This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV suni yema munyina kwa ba mfamra so. Na Otu Darko say there's no way NPP be samba power because mahama ye nyoma. Ba umia onya kwenya kwa kasa say ene eba yebe panishe omamukobo hawa kumsin NPP nya ba power bim. De mahama ye lance minister ye press conference no kire nyoma koso kwa chefosu. Na jina pono so ye ECJ adwuma no. Oh Samijin fi ye good mind a good body juma. Jai. Isi omo release Kevin Tele. BSC. Yente na Otu Darko.
Bamia akugina paso se ono enya kwanya. Na minim ni omema no sa kwanya ne de. But anyways, ose ono no nya kwanya be ye Ghana mampeni afimpinini adunu nwotwe ayebaya. Obe making sure say obi bia wo ye involved in Ablekuma North violence no obe prosecuting no. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Say openi me be sorry na osi obi ebumra so. Ana oni ko de mrasha ne sam ti okwambia so no. Or na emra ne there's nothing wrong with that. But the question na yete hanam ye bizare na say 8 years ago, in 2016, in 2020, abaya to ye no. Say no raba me okroma. Especially in 2020 elections. Right? Ama ye kra ka say Techiman South koto aba enipa nwotwe ne wuye 8 years child yekuno because of elections. I don't know Rabamia Ansewa I was saying no. All of a sudden was when your opportunity to make him very well. Let's even assume give him the benefit of doubt kra say ampampa no kre opesa 10 ne yadwuma enti mekai his excellency John Dramani Mahama say where the onyanya power, where the nyamiadom, Ghana for have reposed in you an overwhelming confidence. Eti obi bia odin semhuno, awo Techiman South. Obi bia odin semhuno, etwa samra ne di. Ablekuma Central, obi wi, etwa samra ne di. Hawa kumsun krofo a ebi mututuo, ebi mutu ananamo nso do, etwa samra no mdi. Hawa kumsin ankasa, wodi pepper spray, ekọ baby a yeto aba, offensive weapon, etwa samra ne di. Yetra akan. Eti I am so happy kwankwache. Said ne me no ka say. They be am katam said John Dramani Mahama haya no tia. I am doing say that be because John him say han ye kanokure. Sure, sabi John anka ne ye kura ye betima hwe ye papa ni maka nseja we de wafom adabraka. That be na me mentina na mon kan kire miura John Dramani Mahama say ye promise you opposition say ba ye be repeat LI 2462. Mra na kufa do mo de komra hye bedwam men krofo ho kwan ekọ eye kwa ibretuom ko se kwa ibretuo no say omo hwa gudie. Consistently I have called on my president say that very law must be repealed. And I heard that they want to amend that very provision. And I said, Mr. President, I have politics near you. And a politics near with the optics and the spectacle part of it. Opposition will be 2028 I campaign say John Dramani Mahama can be repealing law. Well, repeal it. So whoever comes, but since Anikum, look, yes, we may want to have reforms or amend that very provision, but we can still achieve that same purpose using different routes. The route Otu Darko say, let's first repeal the LI 2462. When we have done that, we have fulfilled a manifesto promise to the good people of this country. Then we resurface the amended portion. I person amended it now in a form of a new bill through Parliament, get it through, receive presidential assent, and would have fulfilled our destiny of say a person amended that very portion. We would have achieved two things, but different route. It's the Enko Drew campaign be no be able to say you can say be repealing law that you are repealing. Me cannot say yes. It's John Dramani Mahama so etina se no hu say no bi. Me share Ghana for bo say we be we dey nyambransen bia. I'll make sure say we bring those people to the book. Eti me no ka say we refer electoral violence report free afim penunia duno. kosi afem pinu ni aduonu nan abatoɔ no wɔde sa report no akɔma attorney general sɛ ɔnhwɛm na ɔmo ɛsɛfata sɛ yɛbɔ ɔmo kɔ de fiase no those who need to be incarcerated yɛbɛhwɛ ne a make sure sɛ mmara no medi. And this, I am sure John Dramani Mahama will follow that to the letter. Sometimes, so be opposition. Nana say me ti hu kasa ya na mo ya mesere. Ye free soroba de so. Obi ani wo mo a wo de mo be chem okrom ha. Me free soroba ana so. And I keep reminding you that you guys are in opposition now. Sa to me na mu kura you are abusing it capriciously no. Sa to me ni mu sabim. And we will make sure say obi bia wo di sense hunu no bia those people will be brought to Kwame. Kwame, apart from that, yama etie for so hunu say Mahama care bill no ya pass it. And you see the bia make say ready nim ntia at this material point but over Facebook and washa man mo amoba nyina anche me acknowledge mo ready nim ntia you know at this material point or the a certain John Dramani Mahama by and a ready so nim ntia at this certain point of Ghana yankankro no wama the NDC 184 members of parliament Minuka say they have attained a 2/3 majority status. While John Dramani Mahama remains a supreme leader, the House of Parliament is clothed with the supreme powers. They are christened a 2/3 majority. Whatever is even in the entrenched part of the constitution, Minuka say NDC for better me asesano. I'm say Mr. President, bibia na nobody share constitution na amwa. Bibia parliamentarians etra so hu say amwa. Use your numbers to change it for the benefit of our people. Because sa 184 yenim de bebo and ye bia gisa me time. Because this 184 say radin send ni usua. It's difficult. So your president you will be able to attain this. Now I'm not surprised. What says when nipa bonini edu o minus wa. O minus a penny. Tina na kufa do die so no minus a penny. Ko nipa bonifo and a bit so in the last 8 years. No kura make catch up no muntia wait Africana. I'm telling you the truth. But what say nipa papa do o minus wa. Wo mine no ekoye no manfo no. Wo mutena asumdwe odo ene enyunyam. To paraphrase, it's obvious. Say John Dramani Mahama by one first time show people to, but enyema omuye nyina actually said the whole country has calmed down. The whole country has calmed down. The whole country has calmed down. Enti eyadia me hunu say ese bo Mahama ba so na ye ka Mahama care no a ye come Mahama care no a ye besha abam but someone sum say kwam Sami Jamfi lawyer Sami Jamfi fantastic man na ora Sami Jamfi there one day me amesha da the salary at a time na ma beka no asama kire one of the few guys say ye nyan when this mu a ka boys be bre papa aban we ba power one of the few leaders sorted boys out lawyer Sami Jamfi. I know what I'm talking about. Sami Jamfi anyone nim common kwetire. As long as we are part of Sami Jamfi be boa. Me say one day me ne Kwame ya de yesika be bom. Your salary near 2 time. Near bet tell who Sami Jamfi is. But enya no. But me no can say Sami Jamfi esiu afia Schwarzenegger. Na rate of summons no kwa mom fan to so mai over Facebook so anu share Ganya nyina jansa jaso ni hey wenti have ni baabi ati mununum stations mutia can no crash kwa faso ozi notice of summons and kwa before forget may Kevin Taylor and Sam Kakra say sem hu na nkrofo keka mountain no we must stop that nonsense because he was so called so munim nyansa okrom hanom a wo me politicians ye lawyers wan Sebi mpanyifo no sebi tafrache na na mo fa nche me agimi samwa se nkrofo na ka okrom hanom ese the so kwame and no man nyesa adwuma na wakoje bribe. I'm telling you. And ye be esa adwuma no. Ba no de mame kwa no ansa. Mo fire osofo. Manza fatu so. Writ of summons, notice of which is to be served outside of the jurisdiction and issued pursuant to leave of the court dated 23rd July 2025. Come, 23rd, I know. Fresh case. Writ issued from Accra, date in Uwaho, and a case number. In the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Courts of Justice, General Jurisdiction Accra, AD 2025. So between assembly between Samuel Jemfi, also known as Sami Jemfi. Okay. Baby Oteno Ewaha, who he has some betuja. And he is the plaintiff. And near yes, you know, so be defendant, no. Valentina Nana Ajewa, also known as Efia Schwarzenegger. Or also baby Ote, New York, US, no. Or also Yedi Ababetua. Is your also no don't know the I follow Efia Schwarzenegger or Facebook or do I don't know. I don't know. An action having been commenced against you by the issue of this writ by the above named plaintiff, Samuel Jemfi. Samuel Jemfi, also known as Sami Jemfi. Now, when we say a first was negative, they were coming to actually Sami Jemfi, and one of them, Utimika Sakra said, Wanuna, Yesu Christo Baba Bekrano. So betime kuja Sami Jemfi our dear asem your secret be na what secret of abrai. Me sometimes wrong. When if you was nigga if you forget it. If you was nigga ha he na ni okuruma o. If you was nigga if you was nigga open synonym of profuma e agrada. I'm telling you, if you was nigga is equal to agrada. Woman is she okuruma ya chi agrada was working not to me or court public sympathy e papi. Agrada ti kroma. Was say man to the friend agrada eti krom hadom ase yesu ba na e ba kokra no ene won say mra che no wo hu say to me etumi obi the same way and affairs was negative eti affairs was negative target obi or credibility no can say muna kire no was say the credibility in this country and it is bad say some hunu no guys dey be di I don't know the pay views na say YouTube na etu amka some dem ba vias man bo bra either some of them who beto be ma so anasa mba wo moto pane anasa mba koye mu shape na body na mu de na TikTok na chese na ema mu views na mu de say enkoda na fe matia sim kwasia keka wo obinya credibility a no mpeso mo sense mu no e na so a Sami Jemfi lawyer Sami Jemfi asiu eye can say afia so nigga. I mean secret be now who ni secret bia I am daring you who was secret of abra afia so nigga who ni secret bia secret man grandpa na mother kwame grant say was secret man na mother now secret man say say who fa kura tietie wo ba ho who kura your ba afia so nigga your ba who kura we saw it in a video kwame ni kunwura mu akabayen boys in kwame guess now guess now we boys me beche it's so funny it who kura the ni secret na Sami Jemfi secret ni dey so betima go na ware said na lawyer Sami Jemfi. The point Kwame I'm establishing is say you want crofobity say fierce was nigga omo hwe obi a wabobra no matter get no in their mind they do political blackmail say blackmail no Kwame here skafo because stories are between and so Kwame in the name of the country yamana sliding here skafo we have journalists in this country and this is a story I'm not the kwajis no yes I no I don't know but in the case of Sami Jemfi we need story bia we need secret bia we mean well afekra na wade na so twan Kwame Sami odwane you know yeah na Kwame yes Sami Jemfi you know so send your born kwai no also I find girl Sami but Sami a bad boy on the more serious note Sami should dash shade in where you find girl eti Kwame we your case my am so fierce was nigga so I'm telling you, me and you see your platform we and there are some people that they don't merit the decency of public speech. I'm telling you. Young Crawford merit and no to the because Sami Jemfi is not only a lawyer, but a refined man. And I mean, look, I say, boys, no, Sami Jemfi has what out. Says I know, I'm going to call for a grad. I was say, Sami Jemfi come $800. You be good and was it? Come on, say, I'm washing. Brain a champion come $6,500. I make case. Come out 200,000 cities or so. I make case. This NPP recent elections, yes, someone spending 60 million plus cities. Canada, Japan alone, I'm a 4 million Ghana cities. In your case, no be come out just $800. Ah, kwame kwachibu for betima many pa 10. Say ya. Kwame be jira na many pa 10. $800. Kwame ntima. Also di. Also betima ma. Eti kwame. Nye betima ni say yen chia lawyer Sami Jemfi. Na yen kan chen say he should not be detracted by this detractors. But the suit is the right thing. Na enyense na hone hwesopa. Emma fofra, wam som de mu free jimyem. Ensem hunu anom so medidi akowo. Ensem hunu anom so medidi akowo. Ensem hunu no, we must stop it. We must stop it. That's what she does. And you know, Kwame, there are a couple of people that's what they do. Obu anom so who said the popularity come from one. Kwame not know who betwitch the likes of Sami Jemfi, not the popularity na siamba out. Eti we no ankanya na Sami Jemfi so akwato camera sini so. And I acquire interview. Now, more news needing cause some say in person say no. See court, meet me in court. Sana Agrada, Ekokoye, and Agrada is behind bars. What about you, Sasa? Kwame, a virtuous nigga tebruche, and your boat to no tree. With no disrespect to be a tribute. But as a money man, so man homeless to say. Will be a tree range be a na, will tree Bentley be a na. Oh, a boat driver. I first was like a boat driver, but you boat for power because boat for the enemy program. But the point I'm making is that boat drivers here who are humble. Come me boy, who shall boat driver, Uber driver, those guys are some disciplined. But if first was like a old driving boat, now no why the man license. What do you discipline gra? When you discipline who? If first was nigga. Now delay crop of an by crop delay and introduce a first was nigga in acting. Oh, go and find a Kwame. A first was the delay, the ecosystem. Delay we as a crowd will be trouble delay. So such a person, Kwame, me we see time we forget him. But the point you are making is that near lawyer Sami Jemfi is in the right direction. Kwame kwaji so be our friend created here. Nya mema na form yiremechi. Na wo ba so kofa bemechi. Oh, Babu about Jamaica. Assuming without admitting, put say, same po, which is not true. Sami Jemfi and yet true, but me the cast him say, assuming without admitting, says Sami Jemfi a pet girl outside the wife a news. News. But Sani girl and then the wife a pet boy outside the marriage a news. Kramay kenny penny news, but nipaka kramaya a news. Sabi. Kwame forget if you was nigga. Oh, now Krampo de anka ube dwene. Say, hey, my deja double. Unim say up to now. The videos who are bonting. That be ube show dying. Ube show dey. Won't mean show. It's against the Public Order Act. A friend indecent exposure. Ushwa, you babe chow. Won't mean show. Ushwa dey kakra. Kwame kwati dey na apa hwe na wie. So person show. No man who first was nigga we know. Kwame yen show kakrai. Nyomba ya nso mbeche, muti yen kra ya show. David. Kwame say ebu ye ho fia. And enye fia so as nigga nti, and e ba be show. So what we are telling lawyer Sami Jemfi say, why the pa and papa na ogusu ye no nkoso nye Kwame, ye be call lawyer ho. Me no as me producer, ye be call lawyer Sami Jemfi ho. Enye ne bonus so. And me, I'm the typer. So penny be one here come asem ye show and your case. And I come your case. In your case. But Kwame, me pesa me ne Ghana Catholic bishops ekasa kakra. Na me CS ni. Me kwa sorry na achebat. Me a Christ Apostolic Church member. Enti mena mubuo so makasa but no kure enyu buasem tie poto kasema ya can be say what is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Say jinamwa ene sebo nyina a part of the cat family dia nye yema jinamwa no eyema eye osebon so. We lived in this country for 8 years. Kwame, for 8 good years, we had Christian council, Muslim missions ahudo bebre. Your Catholic bishops conference and a Ghana Catholic bishops. Your CSOs ahudo, National Union of Ghana students. Your civil societies bebre. Ghana Bar Association, nursing and midwives, one council, one so many associations, Kwame. Under the reign of Nana Nebuchadnezzar, yet na Ghana under Nana Akufo-Addo Breso. Maybe say how many of these groups and your taste how mokasa etia Nana Akufo-Addo aban? How many? Ne die ne si yakusi apia wiye. Make up body na minim say say will be a friend Ghana Catholic bishops. Eguso 6 months pa obi baba ya president afede ya tamunka 8 years e die no mkan e okruma. Christian Council 8 years under Akufo-Addo e die no mkan okruma. Civil society organizations ahodua and e be petition say Chief Justice one when hey Akufo-Addo time na mutikruma e die no mkan. E die no mkan. Edian panom kai mami or your head of nursing for any mami MPP ni yo kwa mi MPP no MPP yo Ghana registered nurses and midwives sama MPP ni no aw hu sama hama bente so ogu nanimu asenti obe demonstration ya tia no ose afedio ya tia opa bra enkrofo tifi ni be replace wo na makotrefie because we respect nurses, we respect midwives, but enye ensem hunu bia na respect okroma. All of a sudden, John Dramani Mahama be a mojeni nimu obaya just 6 months kwame and crofo some would say I mean 8 years kwampo mutnem na na Akufo-Addo the same thing na mupeno wanyama mu for 8 years but will be by 6 months eti na me pese me bisa mo say when I cited a year bishop conference Catholic bishop conference na me bisa mo say eti Catholic bishop conference na mo kroma na fe de marshal say advise John Dramani Mahama na mo kroma. And we should be fair to every government. If indeed we a neutral organization, so-called. Maybe you're neutral, but be truthful. I can never be a neutral journalist. I don't want to be a neutral journalist. I want to be a truthful journalist. A lot of journalists had the neutrality aside Ghana. But thank you, you're truthful like Ghana be. NBC in the idea can correct NPP that is the only way we can build a country. God is not even neutral. Ewurade carbon yenim. Ewurade wa carbon yenim. Eti kwame, yan kan kire Ghana Catholic bishops. One year so for dey, you need them all. But yes from in as much as we agree with their position say electoral violence in yet Yanka who asem no me mpa bon say they chronicled electoral violence at SEC in the past and Sana John Dramani Mahama eba because me share idea number 1 FM4 at work come here almost say Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference call for rule of law over recent electoral violence. It teaches Ablekuma no based on your number 1 FM 105.34 Akutreno over recent elections, just Ablekuma pay. Now I was West Wagona, a sitting member of parliament, Sam George, that former yet you now one. I didn't know the Omanka wasam. The Chima Salta, any pango tree, a wuya, Kodabe 8 years since we know. Adena Ghana Catholic Bishops Refie. Ablekuma Centra. Kwame, Onipa Wuyano, I don't know Refie. Our Kumsing, Eddie pepper spray, offensive weapon, echo, election grounds. I don't know the Refie. I'm asking. Krofua Wu in elections. I don't know Ghana Catholic Bishops Refie. And my bishops, with all respect to you, I think, sir, you are gradually becoming hypocrite. I am sorry, sir. It's not in my intent some make us but no cry and I make us no Catholic bishops. And like I said, me the can baby, I'm some as a CSC boy. They've taught us to be respectful to our leaders. And to work no respect in himself, Catholic bishops. Munya isanya mano sanya twomniama ye diti krom ha asa ban bi ba oro na moja woni mu yan kanasam aban foforo ba suddenly you guys find your lost voices sense am no mumye nyai akufo de so obi antu ne fo Jo Mahama ba ya fere ya nya asofo kotu Jo Mahama fo say National Cathedral asofo no don't prosecute them. We will prosecute them today, we will prosecute them tomorrow. Se osofo afa kwan bode so edu oman Ghana sika e free Nyankopon sem e dane oman fo no asem. Bank of Ghana or heaven. Finance Minister or Juma heaven. No, I'm asking you. Atu force no Juma heaven. Ana honorable Siam or Juma paradise. Et we are then Juma or Ghana also Kajakwa heaven. Obeji wo hansen and Radem or Sakatiano. Tomorrow be and faster will be your so for me. We respect the clergy, we shall continue to respect them. But Obi be a Wabu Ghana Mraso. It doesn't matter the color or the skin. When the Pakuna is not beyond the laws of our nation, and we will not allow anybody to go and confuse John Dramani Mahama. And Mr. President, please listen. Yenimsa was soft heart for Asofo. But I'm sorry, Asofo Kronfo there. Don't deal with them. Mr. President, I know you have soft heart for men of God. We all have soft heart for men of God. But don't entertain men of God that are born out of thievery, corrupt men of God. Don't entertain them, Mr. President. And yes, a Ghana will be drowned rough, and I will lead that crusade, Mr. President. We love you. We don't want you to fail. Until the be better than Bruce, you cannot create and pour your papa. Me, Obianim, say 2028. Messia Traba NDC. Me fancy. I am a professor journalist. NDC 4 comma somewhere. Now, you Messia Kamagachrom. But a Juma John Dramani Mahama, Adam Abadan Makoto Aberetia. I just send you from Quang. But don't send NDC qua. Massa, Mako Sal Live 5 a.m. at Twabam NDC 2028. Won't you say to free Ghana? Mimi case. We need to have journalists, even though they can show their political coloration. I mean, why? Bishops will crum and want to mean Kanokra and Chet Nanakufado. Nanakufado, but Trassi, a Drumri crowd, and Sabin can catch him for some Sunday. Catholic bishops will crum her. Near the $97 million, a coach one man friend cathedral. Woman, Oma Mahua. Catholic bishops will crum her. You see, the $2 million. I got a first sky trainer, Oma Mahua. Look at the steady SML deal. Look at the steady PDS scandal. Nini na Catholic bishops will crum her. Oma Mahua. Yenya president oyi a whole Lexus Land Cruiser see what in a konya esim. And Mr. President, we must even prosecute that kind of ill action. Na nakufadu timidi na konyo betra so esi Land Cruiser na air condition airborne Land Cruiser na akonya no na owo sentries guard atetale aya airway akonya no na Ghana fo ma me no ton esota no eni shoemaker no ne Otu Darko taxes ya kabwa no ne de akwakotua akoto fuel ne ye de amasa aka na akonya wo mro na Ghana ni tibabi onya dwuma nye. Catholic bishops were in this country, they were silent. Christian Council, you were silent. Muslim missions, you were silent. Civil society organizations, and a boy watching a nekufado. All of a sudden, Papa na moja ni munaba, tenino, waba. Nye yemfane nya hweno, wono de waba. Nye obi atimi ka bi kire no, wono no waba. Eti wo mo na enkasa before no, afei de, I'm sorry. Omo nya nimde. Omo ya sofo ntimi ye careful. Omo nya nimde se afedo mbetu nefo. Mr. President. Se bronsam tufo na do bekwa wie pa. Eyesin so memo obofo tufo na do bakwa wie bone. Of course, bronsam ntimi nya so obofo da. But eya people na make it on. It's better to allow a lay person to advise you na mo wie pa than to believe in a so-called kasok. O she said or so for na dress here what they hunehuna no advice so no. Now say radio you so simple men of God. Look at this young prophet Alvin Soa, those guys are young guys. He's a guy I admire so much. Prophet G.K. Mensamo, very young guys. I don't know use one. Jesus Ahofemo, Bishop Akwesi Apiamo Nigeria. The young guys, God is using them. 80, my mom, Kasok Bia Mr. President. Onyankopon, Adia Beni ya. And who me show some come back to Mr. President say, Anna, yesima Israel from Kowari say Ethiopia or say Egypt for Mao. Anna, Mose Kowari, Mose Bumrano so. Anna Ninia Miriam, oh ye penny, any era Mokwakaye, Miriam Kwakano, Anna Radema, Wadane Kwata, you took the same Mose, and Adian Kwata, Katukata Bang. Uncle Huna, President, not President Huna, we say, and I will not prosecute them. Now, Mr. President, sir, put me the chair, a software, Omedi, your bonnet on this cathedral. Mr. President, your conscience. As a catcher will say, your uncle Fonso were prison. Me a Ghana for Ebiomina software. But you didn't less, as you mean in our presidential pardon. And yes, sir, Mr. President, you have failed your people. Mami Fanusia. Kwame Unum said, one of the most fantastic ministers under John Dramani Mahama, I am the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Huh? He's one minister. Many ministers be brescial. So when I talk to you, say Kwame, me better on your bunu so answer me like me defend you be an say me what will be no na adwuma na oye me hunu say like why crowd so be some Ghana. Ama Kofi Boa, right? That is his name. Ama Kofi Boa. Kwame, Ama Kofi Boa, Ama Kofi Boa, Ama Kofi Boa, Ama fantastic Minister of State. And Mr. Minister, I'm telling you there. Say me ba fans. Jumano na aye ntina me ma fans. Jumano na Mr. Minister wo ye. Look, was started Blue Water Initiative thing. Near Kaso Diagro. And then we have Blue Water Initiative Gaza. They are disarming Galamseyers. Oh, Galamsey sites. You were forest, I ne. Kwame, me no say, Omatimi aje Africa Galamsey for them. Through the initiative and instrumentality of fantastic minister Ama Kofi Boa. When we established the NIMOS, we thought say like joke. I had to say interministerial committee on illegal mining. Bakuana, Charles Bisu win. This is totally different to Kwame. A Juma NIMOS na shasiye bomb, and they owe everything to the honorable minister. Who said that me betranum ka say? One more yen sanshi wom so munko fight it for munyai. Because that time no na NIMOS ne mai. Enti ene obia te da sha brobeto man the kwara so akongura so okongalamsi. Satan na many problem. Ama me kra me ka say Ministry of Lands o me na chair ntuma me bilemu bia. But now the NIMOS is in session. It won't mean me sorry nko pe constitution bi nko pani baby say, "Wey, obi anka cho say kongura mo tra ho." Na obi anye na adwuma. Now there's NIMOS in session na o me na yes adwuma no. One can boa. And he lead this crusade and they are doing a fantastic job. But Kwame, ansani ebe vuram de din ko no. Me pese ye bo eye owura Ama Kofi Boa abaso. Na memba ne hunu se adwuma bia wo ye bia no ye ni so. 425 excavators and other machines and was easy. Who say ya no mo dia convention no. Na this shit for here no ma say the Ghana sika kokra. Nyansa. We here excavators na man in district. But okoche excavators na no wahye no. Na so mo say here for district na wa say this ka foforo akota excavators. Papa we buy o say there be mamo hye no. 425 excavators and other machines have been seized under Ama Kofi Boa. 1,345 arrests nationwide, and prosecutions are steadily progressing. And on the Minister Mesro, Mudru point to be a moment the state of prosecution. aya mo meyehu. But of course, Kabore wa idea. I'm sure say the name bu hon mo be chechem later. Forestry Commission has also seized the following from illegal miners: 177 excavators, 4 bulldozers, 12 vehicles, 43 motorcycles, 100. Ha! I find ma who say sub minister bi nim nyansa ha kwame. Wallahi talai. Obakaya enkrofo we kokoche am say o ya kokoche excavators. Excavators in Swabia, obako grounds no ebi use motorbikes. They don't account for it. Ebi use generators, they don't account for it. Kwame okay. They be so much excavators. And you make excavators no ogure mo no. Akufo-Addo ne Minister of Lands, the former Minister of Lands, they were not accounting. And niema ahodoa. Niema ahodoa. Niema ahodoa. Wom ko ni nyina, wom ka ho asem. 43 motorcycles, 155 pumping machines, 184 chamfines, 15 detector machines, almost 10 heavy duty generators. Hey, Kwame, why not me salutu the other time? No? Me salutu obi yade ma me salutu no why? Sami je na me salutu no. And then yes, sami je that. Masa fa camera de fem so. Krachi, me salutu minister. See, minister. All correct. Now, maybe one coming out 21 gun salute. Yeah, fantastic. What about Jimmy salute? Just all bojuma. So for any two penaje, lawyer Sami Jemfi. And a second one, Mediama a year bra penning, Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Udimba Buanache say you go show case. Kwame. And why ma yanya juma. And I bedding come bebre eufia. Nema bebre na koso but ma me nua Kabore nkasa okasama oswafo ohwe yensa asesem yekwa abiritu ene na eka ho nyina eso enti waba fie de yebedi nkomo samunim se ene honorable minister ene yedi nkomo from Jubilee House based on Omanpenin directive through government communication machinery. Ye bra penin kwachi fosu honorable edano no. Sector ministers no your mama kwenya after 6 months no biya be kire yen ne omo call home ko huye ene adwuma omo ye me ba to ba Facebook ana wa share mai enti ministers dey bibra aba. I think the interior minister and start here honorable Muntaka and start here. A lot of them, about Honorable Ahmed has come through. A lot of them. And Drew, a minister for Lands and Natural Resources. He was very succinct, but very potent in some kind. Ono idea. Na actually say, you remember ono actually chemu amayen. Ba ubetimi so adjoin feed no. Ma men kan we poto kasam kakra na afei memrefie. Number 1, also we have drawn a line in the sand, and Mr. Kabore, I wish you could take note for me. Later, no watch that. Also, we have drawn a line in the sand, and we will fight against irresponsible, reckless mining activities. Kwame, my main fadi we mana ultimate to swana abwa. Yeah. Na afi umunyina so hun kama. Okay, Kwame asani amanti. Minim how I met me, I put you on Facebook. But that's fine. Also, we have drawn a line in the sand and we will fight against irresponsible, reckless mining activities in any form. Obakai, you are crashing. When will be qua no pet a boar and I said, yeah, now the child line, a one yenum. Which child line? There's any brava. Also, park cross it. Minister said, what draw, sir, you know, that's it. Number 2, we are also not against mining, but we believe that mining must be done responsibly and sustainably, and we will do everything to support responsible mining. Now, ahana ya mede Ghana mine. Niente amebo minister na baso ni nyina salute oji ni nyina ahana wo. Ti ni amebekan. We see all 9 red galamsey forest zones successfully repossessed. It's one with the entire. Me masalut kayo. David. Papa mi share me pa, mami share no me pa me I don't care. Me dey so you man ya no makam. I mean, what I was working at least to encourage him saying you no Ghana for any so. That's what I'm saying. 89 red galam and my boss is here so obetchiri mu ntuma minja no nto. Let me make it clear. The ministry is under no illusion that the fight against illegal mining is an easy one. We know that it is a marathon, not a sprint. We will definitely prevail. Minister said fight no emu adin kakra. Na hano me wo adwenkyere kakra nti me wura abaye de. Hano I have small disagreement. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources is on course to achieve its mandate to ensure the sustainable management and utilization of the nation's lands, forests, and wildlife resources, as well as the efficient management of our mineral resources. And also, it's yebedi san komo no yewia and komo kese ba konso honum, which has to do with Professor Atamils. Na yen nyina nim say enra Professor Atamils ye nkaidum ye ne toso dumiensa in the 13th edition course of University of Professional Studies Accra. Na Chief of Staff Ahobrasivra ana obeye chairperson na Mame Charlotte say former electoral commissioner and a keynote speaker. Na adwumawura ho. Yeah. Alhaji Sidu Agungu, fantastic man.
Ni ene de esi atwamu nyina kofa ba ye say amamu ni nyina ne ISSB banu akosum fidie banu ana wo so mo kohwe Ghana foto abama na wudi akonwa ana wudi won so a ho be hia sa abre no bia no o mo hunu sede amamu no nchechireye no ene anamoto nyina ekọ. So this is one of the greatest initiative for any government communication minister would institute. And to me, one abaso was akwan so. And then yemre so ya hwe nsase sem former goodie to kwabere to ne hom pempenawa na owura onumunyamfo ama Kofibua Emmanuel nyameni ye wo ho elembele Starboy ene chese Ojina Pasono and Semo Digui and clearly shows say for a long time in our mineral honest as a country, no. This is the first time one a baby aba minister be leading vanguard, no. Ama isika koko any shiradi bi anyamedi dua ya sasi mu no. Ye person shirano enem faso no. Enka just numoku efra manone ne mumtima mufuo mum ebedi so emfaso kese pa eya reho kese say on almost all occasion when you juxtapose the comparison we share a mining community in South Africa to say Johannesburg, now here a mining community in Ghana to say Obuasi, now here baby a mining activity Johannesburg I could do na baby Obuasi that so equaria there now eya reho sem nyina has to do with the direction of the country in terms of policy, in terms of laws and all of that. It's in the started free. On my Marakuni boy, a former good to your friend of the Minerals and Mining Act, Act 703 2006, and at the Mining and Minerals Policy, home common started the na Obaye was Minerals Commission. I'm common will be wa ya started a year in fact. I'm happy to announce that we are done with about 85% of our engagement now. In the coming days, we'll be wrapping it up. Nina said, the kind say, Oko mining communities are, especially large scale mining companies. When him say, your friend is saying, prospecting licenses, yeah, I'm the moment in perpetuity.
Wow.
Say, I do Sekurano.
No the energyma.
The Shakura will me in Fina Biasa. It's in Fia Biasa, not say would to be any baby, and as I say, and no, or mine of us so many in your friso. And to was as part of Uncoma Yedino. Young Fancy must say, and ya dear, we beat me a kitasa, ye be a bema who quire massa leases in the beam. na ye mfie da so do kra na ye hwe na ye team fie no mra form said ya certain years kra na ye dey ba then by 10 years time to me also ye from some
prospect in it
no yes o hwe sa de no one to me but people are holding for more than 15 years
even 5 years
12 no enti anu ye de di kan de to so mienu o call mining communities na mining companies in the community no koshia no mo so mo nya de o mfre no community development agreement
okay
na mining community no aka say okay ye koto any ounce of gold a ye pese de wo hama bupem ba akosi wo mamo na e de hwe mu mpuntu sem minya so say Johannesburg ye na saka Johannesburg aduru ba aduru no enti this time around ye said no to say mining company na e go chire community for de ye de mamo in terms of if you go adwen you almost say it's a CSR policy, corporate social responsibility. Into no it's not really legally binding. Into the omopena this time around.
But is it a CSR?
Yes, most of them are just
because if a CSR, yeah, like you said, then you're legally binding.
And I can
out of
it's an agreement.
Anyway,
it's an agreement. Most of the mining company they tell me that there's a CSR agreement with the communities. But the air can say any ideas are there no your person here Juma going forward. Going forward, a buyer or who be should determine how much based on the pricing and other factors, how much, what percentage should the mining company pay to the community for community development. And that should be part of their mining lines, their mining lease idea more.
I said
the and you agree to those conditions even before you get the license. Said we can fast track development because mining whatever form it takes, mining always comes with environmental consequences. And the chrono na all facing the brunt of mining activity. No other no I was say a who 7 from a bar
Louis, a picture of Johannesburg, where you too good.
Yes.
Who you are not a picture of Boadu.
Now,
so what's my grade, mammy? What do Boadu better left? Now the Johannesburg are too right. Why? Who we are catching me? Near to Facebook, na Ghana for me.
They should appreciate
because Kaboria me at your say Johannesburg is so too good. If you back on the good na you crew South Africa. Yes, all Boasia you two from 1800s, no. Near Crescent, your Boason, we are Masonte, senior Bajango.
A BM mining company be a budget licenses. Semi good too. Yamano be 10 years and 15 years. Say license way, they say in the vessel. Bring your policy near act and say there's a way, a window for automatic renewal. Do to no do be a cabe busumi and something said a cohine diatramuno. Now umbre yaswa. Well with me I track as a miss up as me to move me in Ukaho. He said the air can say no. Fair timelines in the amount of swa there should be we should be able to halt it. Now conditions a woman no so what fail Libya engine through some we can even want to introduce new conditions based on the global trend say how the mining lease will be in 2014 or 2015 sometime the global price of gold na saying
okay
and the global price of gold saying and it say nadena would nena say opese sebi one science say you will be able to factor in the current trends international trends near there so that it benefits wa ye to ade no wo kurum no and also ya ade a ye hwese review process aye nyina no e betumi aye the toso ebium when him say okroma ye was just 2 tier layers
okay
the large scale companies and the small scale companies yeah try to be introduce a third tier where we are talking about the middle scale company or the medium scale company said the be ya obi or small scale na ho na no small scale no do but also only capacity of to do large scale nti ye man opportunity to settle within the medium scale small scale ne hihye yenko large scale hihye yenko obi ho den babru small scale hihye but na ho den nuru large scale hihye ye man opportunity near creating medium scale because it doesn't make sense say Kabore mining company me a small scale me concession wa me concession that then yen can bom ne the medium scale na fe yen proper coordination and monitoring nti ye ba wa so nti ye ba na Otu medium scale company we ni akwankyere de ama na eno na wudi so na wo ye ne say eno be boa ma even the indigenization and local content na ye hwehwe no ebitimanya local participation no wetimi aboa ama yetimi anya so mfa so kwa
but my question we are connected with Nyokan.
Good.
Me and of course ebiana monjuni ho ana say afina monjuni whatever, but Ghana mamra say a good year be a shasas na se no Ghana mind ya.
Yes.
Na ye obi esi ho or your man penny.
That's right.
Our yet trusty
holding in trust of the people.
Intino gold ni diamond na chef for oil no ayetu.
That's right.
Yemi Otu Darko ne kabore ni Ghana for Acadia. That's
right.
Name John Dramani Mahama president.
Ehweni nyina so my.
Through the minister no. Omo hwe so emaye. Intino me bisa na say me bisa mo say about the send obi sorry ka say. Me individual akwaje concession. Me too good no. Individually.
That's right.
Otu a aban so no ji royalty so say wo ji tax so say den. Na oji no me share we.
O Ghana ni no.
Yes, because I don't know, maybe mo kwa bondwen who can we get to a point that Ghana will take charge of all explorations into one way adwuma on the field, no adwuma ma Ghana. Then we have no qualms. But say yes say me ka ho. No bit me ka say we am concession. No to gold na me ka ho no. And so ma be I don't know such a saying.
No credit said all kind of sanity e wo mrem. Sagudie ni nyina ye nyina ye dia. Nti na say wo fie kura na esi agudie no so a e fie na ye dia de wa se de de e o man ni nyina dia. So wo hwe your friend is saying and she say over the years not just agudie nko. There are a lot of things that are for the Ghanaian people. But some say minor enyen room pempen so obenya that capacity. So no abaye na di nti. Na ya bana na ho na wadama. Ye wo bibi say wo ho. Obetumi akwa akuyi ama uyi a na wanya bi. O ka wa bo no wote a wafa bi na yenso yafa bi. Say be class asena si a yenyinya hode de bi ko yidie. Nti that has been the arrangement over the years. Nti na ebi wo a large scale company no abam ebi wo a small scale company no abam pacha say the other aspect actually say nyina benefit no, for instance mineral development fund say to cheche agudie no so mfaso nyina na ye de wo ha mabupan aduanu ekoma MDF a okokuro no so a onka se wo na odansi hini ye mpuntu amoda bi ye mpuntu de mo bia ebi ye minerals revenue a eba oman no mu no puntu de ma obia. I am told over the years sanity be out na yen budget in we no ubehunu how our mind intend to use your mineral revenue. So yes, I agree with you that we should get to the point where see in terms of extraction yenya state owned companies and no extraction no. Then we can get people as subcontractors.
Yes,
then we would more or less pay you and get our money. But indirectly, so the idea of gold board and so it's almost becoming the same. Apart from the large scale companies, it's almost becoming the same because say company now be at the end of the day the gold becomes the people of Ghana through gold board. Now yaya could trade it. Now for so woman here the abeboa or mine. So yes, you know how bad me say kakra idea you be to me drew one other important thing now. Say and also as part of the review no you be to me abolishing the upper limit of stability agreement 15 years.
Okay.
Enti ye nyina yes asadwen say san komodi no he was envie dunum ewo mu dodo ye mfa mra fom kra na emwa na o man no fa no ntoma pamfra. So in terms of policy reform, this has been a niema nkomo ayedie say beboa na atimi aboa wo hwe the beginning of the year Minerals Commission update you on my list, in terms of the local content law. And near ma, we large scale mining company crown procurement and any bino. Would you find comma amanoni so on and from bro? You must buy it or krum haya. Said a bear, Sikanoa, it would they bow mining company no home brano. A bit me stay ukruma. It's a way of getting the Ghanaian people empowered and getting Ghanaian people Ghanaian businesses to grow. And also a number of lists has been added. Eboa say a bit me leave it to the full dictates of the local content law and in-country value. But yeah, reforms and I do reforms home common and on nanching. A Juman one kasa pounds to the NEA. Adia bakwe be hu sa magalam say dia te say so your licensing regime. Nana, obi say okita licenses. And office so with my the ope.
Yeah.
Obi kura license ekita no so kura nya papa.
Yeah.
Eso dia kwa brabro hini bi edi so tu kokogu say so sensase. Enti onim say early part of the year omo transition period license kura there 55 and then they revoke early part of the year. Na no say nkura say hade no mayando musuko. Bia what we see as part of irregularities in the transition period no. Bia the work they kura doso. Say now our guest was good as anything. Minutes at a Basonku led by the Deputy Minister Honorable Yusuf Sulemana. Omakoye sa be reviewed in Aba. Out of 1,278 mining licenses Ghana buying them between the year 2019 and 2025. A 962 is full of irregularities.
Wow. 900.
Share say, but a typical example. Obi so per mining license will be a takwa manso. And now, inspector of mines akase, sa area no a kano enkuro doors wo hododo. Ni party was settlement. What scale of mining also you cannot afford to do what we call rap. Say ube to the park what's number be no what the kuro no aye mining.
Okay,
yes, say resettlement.
Okay.
It say ebi a ukọ obuase say ya. Kane no mo no mo town na Anglo Gold we here to omoko New Town. Oba amansi a na Asanko Gold Ghana. No omodwuma no be affect Tetrim community. Say omo to omako New Tetrim. It's a whole community, it's a whole package. But who small scale you don't have the resources to do that. Enti sa areas do minerals minings for your term they say you declare no unavailable.
Okay.
Inspector of mines at say I didn't unavailable. Yet some way somehow obi anya licenses are all ye dwuma ho no. Wow. But why it be kase aha a restricted area be a forest and then be a high tension lines etwam. Wo kra obey dwuma no ho do wo dwuma efo nyina you are not safe. It ain't me allowing mining operation or licenses to allow operations there.
And only by convention in
terms of safety guidelines of mines Juma yes.
Okay.
Because Mrano as well also safety. Somewhere somehow someone has been able to secure a license to operate there. Obi ohwa license na ekita no buy a system no more it shows say a dormant just say inactive a archive just say archive just say me person me call UPSC and am person me call Legon law me starting process na manual application no na majai atuba bi enti active ye can legal students ayen coming ka ho anamboa.
That's true.
So those archives are people who started the registration process and abandoned it on the way. Yet, some for no alcohol grounds they have active licenses in Kita. So how did they got all of that? 907, 55 for the account because of the year we are dealing with. Until the initial 55, 962. We have given minister have given them 2 weeks ultimatum. Obia who irregularity no committee natural letter call we about company no we now yeah etia mra e kire say we say we kuta licenses enti within our twimi you know wo adanse kronkro bi a facts beyond reasonable doubt are submitted after 2 weeks when the man submit it I must say clear on and clear maybe a committee is why a mistake because a human institution the committee say but any contrary evidence of abra after 2 weeks one from all 906 lining licenses will stand revoked and we will re-advertise them for people who are ready to do the right thing to apply.
No, any illegal implications because
the legal implication is
yes. Even with prospecting,
that's right.
Time that home.
Yes.
Will be to me cry own you. So everyone say, I'm just giving just a figure.
Yes.
Say prospecting it be 5 years.
Okay.
But when the back like you said, we acquire illegally, and you know, men can illegally because whatever is acquired illegally, then it's not revoked.
That's right.
Which way when you
irregularities no makes it illegal. It makes you go against the mining the mining equipment registration and all of that LI 2431.
The process in one from we enya and we no the illegal things.
Process no baby wa process the chira say ahakura nya available to koye adwuma ho. How did you get the license to go there? Also bet them. And in fact, people will not just have their licenses revoked. Other people will be prosecuted. And people at the Minerals Commission, so but that is a mona wantana why aiding and abating that. People at the Minerals Commission will also be held responsible.
Minerals Commission, dear. I see.
I know your reservations because about them.
NDC for move.
That's right.
When you wasem, we me masem, Otu Darko masem. NDC for move problem. Minerals Commission, me yasa wuti, na minya no obi a hokasa wuti enti na mekasa asem. Minerals Commission CEO ti we NPP ni mapa. Wow, ye kokasa asem we a, obi beka se, ana den na onim nyasa se joma, sabi nti ye nhwa na papa ne kopem. E wo se ye wura no, o nyansa bo akwa. Ba sabi akwadan so timi to panyin fuma ne ye. Sabu ma yasa mbeko position a, me na mu nko. I'm telling you, it's a deal be anya be Otu Darko meka. You still have Mr. Isi as the CEO of Minerals Commission. Movie and Mabaka say yama irregularity licenses or irregular license. Why remember that day? Look, 4 days after NDC bar power, Papa Nima 158 licenses. 4 days after, 4 days Ayatu Abanetia NPP former NDC Abano, 158 licenses. There, organized labor council mo demonstration and nakufa the frame and no me din komo kasasi. Organized labor free on no. They are my license from the Minerals Commission. NDC for mo ya where? Hey, he's still there as the CEO of Minerals Commission. Me nim ni odeni ko hu obi. Krom adie. Say bia am hu contractors and e metima mo ko hu olumai. Metima and e do olumai din sem hu no kroma na enkrofo tete ho. Krofo be bregu su kura positions. NPP for yeah, Jumeti and Dramani Mahama. Gusi CEOs to the extent NDC for one more say Jumani be deputies. Moseme Yanka. Yanka Anuntum. Namunko position. Amaya Rokroma. Obi Ankara Nuntum. Yamo Biansunko position. We will not allow John Mahama to fail. Namunko for to fail no Munya Jumanye. And I crofon a company team nuclear positions. And I'm branch executives, ne police stations, executive, constituency executives, some regional executives, and I'm how or my name hand to a Duma Krom Jabinya. And MPP for Nugusu Kram positions. And almost sabotageable. Look at this mining. Look at what the minister is trying to do. Minister Nigel and hope I saw a year in Numa. I may ask about it. Who the next time on Tian Macassim way? More money for a problem if you win him. I know and the answer. That Mr. Minister, I catch them. Because Honorable Minister, one of your problems, Minerals Commission. That is one of your major problems.
Those are the revelations. Every day review, every day review, but I can assure one guy, Menoti, any team for 80 years. After this presentation, the minister was blunt, very, very blunt with everybody. Say either nipa no obeje license no cooperative be fake kitano. Na onim se onya no cooperative ana say someone is at the Minerals Commission aiding and abating, and whoever I never turn also no. You will not just be fired.
I cry from your license.
You.
Kabari. I cry from your license. So
that's why we've given the 2 weeks.
That's some irregularities, sir. It's obvious aiding and abating for Minerals Commission. We see someone
2 weeks ultimatum.
Sure.
Why you know? Why am I say? Oh, man, I'll be facing Rano. I think that is that with regime. No, we are also looking at doing a bottom-up approach. If you say we could have some of these challenges and will not encounter it again. There should never be a case where we've been a tisro at the Minerals Commission or somewhere or no one or power to do this and that and that. This time around, they co-form. Na yati local mining, district mining committees. Na nanama himfo will be empowered. Local opinion leaders will be empowered. Omunyina for omadwemra. Na no Otu Darko so opeso be mining wa atwemamponua. Na yene ni hia wo atwemamponua himfie. Yene ni hia wa atwemamponua district assembly no. Na se ono na dwuma no de be fa mrante e wokrom. Na dwuma no obetu no kwampa so emfa o haumba. Na dwuma no obese. Ba kwate de o chirechirebu no, kwate antimi anse kire me yanhunu nipa dodo obetimi ya form wokrom ha. Amana boye mabu na amana empa wo mo. Enti esusu se minister for dwuma no ma na Otu ono ne yene betimatana. If you do not get that recommendation from the local people, nobody at the Minerals Commission or at the presidency will give you the license.
Yeah, there's someone there himfo na.
Ba boa manana no ma hemfo. Enya hoɔden o metimi aboa na ono abo ono dachi ho ban. Then we come to enforcement.
Okay.
Enforcement na yerbo Ghana for ye fe hu akere mo se joint operation na ye no. No forestry by forestry guards. No police level, the national security, the army, and they coordinated effort the NIMOS. Over the past 4-5 months, only see a community in February. So over the past 4-5 months, we've been able to affect 1,345 arrests. 1,345 arrests. Prosecution are at various stages, but said the government accountability series in Otieno is such that yes, you are allowed to speak to direct issues of your ministry specific. It's within the prosecution, so yeah, is a matter of the Attorney General.
I think the question be Krabas.
Yes, Emma
Felix.
Attorney General on Monday. And see, you say in the coming days, your Attorney General be my brief on how many has been prosecuted, if there are any convictions and whatever. But I am happy to report, sir, out of the 425 excavators, yes, Emu 177 there, and no yakosizi in the forest reserves by Forestry Commission. Emu 54, and no the idea semna we bua ama 184 ama ya confiscated to the state. So in the coming days, you should be expecting the minister leading the vanguard. But be a mampeni beka said those equipment yen famom. Okasi yen fama local government. Now fanko ka drip ho. Okasi yen fama works and housing. Okasi yen fama the military. No famwa because I know in the coming days we'll be seeing massive your friend is a construction act as part of big push. And it's a military ni yede komo ora mane boama. Na mo de aboa ni yi akwanya ni nyina no gladly donate and also release those items to that agency or that ministry. Yes.
I am on for camera and to so because what can obiti baby can say the biomoka and the nature. Inti say time or court whatever. No more inviting media. Mon for camera to so. Well, now at the end of the day, no Ghana for who say no correct yachi nipa 1, yachi nipa 10, 5 and yadomoko saying it helps.
No creating I will not fault, but in Tokobian in a strategy.
Strategy.
This was a more silent strategy, just so we'll be able to get to the root. Oh, say no dear Sabi. To say that officially you be hand over to whichever ministry president wants, no. Nkwa kuku mu ade. Excavators are yet easy from mining operations, illegal operations. Me na make no. Me say sada no. E very big. No be ehunu. To say reforestation here, yet me do 7.6 million trees in a matter of just 1.5 months, you know.
Are you serious?
Yes, 7.6 million
trees.
Yes,
in Galamsey areas.
Yes,
sorry, mining.
as part of yen recovery. That's right. 2,700 hectares of forest cover reclaimed. Be a outer of reserve degraded areas. To manage your one say be our corner. Yeah, major plantation be what to say, etc. From the way into mining, but it's a degraded area. But mining areas and also so it's a combined simultaneous effort to say to me. BBC no say be in October. Yes, the can do a man who so na no to for camera ni enko ni twa for ni Ghana for I just said that's right.
Time I can
what me
so menya 7 million
bro
menya time I can area no makoma ko say menya 7 million
udie dia enya na ba fifiri won je o
menya bo
but this is the beautiful things we're doing at the ministry. I'm happy when you me who the happiness in your face when you were applauding us for the detail, because minister can say oko na kwantere kura na be hu ji say bi ehun hia a the baba kwantere kura no dey come a report
as a minister we.
That's right.
I say for the first time or for the one of the few times
good
my who minister we're seeing Kitty.
Yeah.
So Beko.
That's right.
Nenye anofafa.
No.
Oh, and caneno anofafa like a dako dada day. Omwani tu. And so no aba. Na kebe din say NDC stalwarts. Okay. Attorney General Kra make say investigate them. And you know at least when you have such a minister, you didn't know how
go. The days of say the days of so party it's over.
You know.
It's over. That is that with operations. Now, we are halfway controlling Galamsey. In collaboration with Transport Ministry, that is the port, and then Ministry of Finance, that's GRA Custom Division. Minister Ashese, excavator be able to report to Honomono. Nipakura or de bano should justify with documents. Me did nana Otu. Excavator 1, 2, 3 media. Me a road contractor. A quine from Sukuma Junction to Dobiabra. Quine a hunkrata near.
You should me crum hona quina say Achimusino.
Achimus
crum quine. You may rule free my inside Nakani.
Ozino Romana.
Osuman Casa Osuno. I'm Frachim Sino. Osino. A
honey
now. Yay.
Good news is coming.
In the heart of the town, you took them.
Good news is coming.
That's
it. Yeah. A whole crime. And now, Yama men krata. Mean to me, fa, meaning for the internal Mako Kraba. Then we release for you. 2 months per. In fact, it's less than 2 months because he issued that directive early part of June. So basically, just a month and some few days. Per 1,200 excavators. As at the port, Obia Suso Babaji.
Hey, fit it down now by kind of Obia. Because you interviewed how many weeks in it?
Oh, just about 3 weeks, eh?
Oh, 1 month, ma. 1 month, Baba.
Like a month.
A month ago, and Abakacha said, yes, excavators.
Saturday were about 600 and something. You say, I do 1,200.
Is it 2,002? And I'll say, I just will be better.
Come and validate.
It's absolutely good validation.
Yes. Oh, because. And young Crawford don't need justification, and they are flooding the market. Me catch say in 2024 alone, excavator import value was $6 billion. Imagine say you compare 3 billion from IMF. Now excavator nkuna the boy country import nkwa say we see the house Saudi Akoma obi how we can see the $6 billion.
No wonder you see
any hour and then in our port. And we are putting timelines on it. And Mirano so
This is about the timeline.
Yes. In fact, custom division, DRA custom division, more timelines. So Mreno so
mamo 2 months.
When to me about Acheno, tomorrow is Acheno. Now and also no. It's a confiscate ama state na is the excavator the nya de be auction na de akwa galance in the manura ngwanke
mo fema district
the bama say drip coordinators drip machines so they ba ku power missing one machine missing in the drip ayini excavator
number the track
most of the district no muni be
on tracking a district for no so fan come for galamsey
we are doing that tracking as well nti eno one aspect the other aspect is a pilot program you piloted 191 excavators and you are registered and attached to mining companies. Until I know to that or mining company or Salmon boy.
Okay.
And concession boundary no ye a studio hammer. And ya geofence those excavators.
Okay.
Until at your strong room or hanom we monitor live what your excavator is doing there. The moment the excavator better concession boundary no automatically fine ebedum. To me spark it that just a back. Obanso you must provide better and further particulars. And then our concession boundary ni and all the machine no free mo. Machine now the free no waiting the ko waiting the consume. Now they quay or reason is saying they provide.
I don't know more say that ben.
It's 191 excavator. It's ongoing. Yes, it's ongoing. Say unyambra da krobe do be wura a strong room. Now you see it for yourself live.
To say Ebia we Kabore Forest.
Yes.
Anna o license no oji say obey adwuma wo Kabore Forest.
That's right.
Mu betima to officer who say we free Kabore Forest rather than Otu Darko Forest.
Free machine bedum.
Oh, sound my no.
That's right. Enti Kabore Forest no be a free o mahogany we copy we na share. The moment I will be trash here.
Machine bedum
off.
Enkrofo mu dem nyanso.
Free.
Wa hu ni ente na me minister na baso.
To ana say. And then yetimi na ho. Unim say incident see apiate minister say on pese BCBM until the any machine track e be fire explosives Ewotema port and Atakra the port.
Yes,
there is a live video until car no ayekono ya camera car no
ho monitor track it
animu nchemu achire. They see any simanim said the camera is simanim atifo hwe manim anwumre no.
Okay. Twako.
Twasa akopem se obedru. Ba bi na the whole monitor strong who I say driver itonko kakra na ascend the alarm to the car. Nti dede be koso car no na wani ate. Na ya catch them say driver we suspect wabre park net that this particular minute, this particular hours and so on what try journey.
Kofi amabwa.
A lot of things is happening at the ministry.
I'm a coffee boy. No, the minister is doing well. I mean, and he's making us proud.
But what I say,
yeah.
These are things we're doing as part of technology. Na yedi esi kwambone. You feel say it me we ni ya. Enye ni pakra kono. Ene we see nyina pegana good because you feel say is from a very dedicated source, from very sustainable force. I was here to me enforcing strengthening some of these strategies. Adeba kwa na hadwene woni say kroma lances excavator.
Fit is brisantene.
Diga ye the boku nkura udimi nkonya kamafo.
Yeah, lances excavator.
The minister in collaboration with transport ministry DVLA to specific. All excavators should be licensed.
Yeah, mom number plates.
Yeah, mom up to I think October. By October, wow, excavator will clone her license and we will treat it as Togo car.
Me person Osha dear mami. Your member be a more, and I'm sure say I no counting Mr. President John Dramani Mahama who was in opposition car say Oba Obeyi Galamsey is in be brave free jail. And the reason was that a member be brave pejuma. Into no dom hokoshim na omuni sika ye de beto excavator na cham fine nti won ti ase se ni wuska de to cham fine to excavator benam ho na ne okope kakra be di no onu mum ye de no atum okay nti me fa me wura asem ni bi na me de ye mfa to ho nsem me yambes me bisa we ya ye clamp it down on Galamsey no na adwuma pa ne ye na emum krofo ano aduane nso na ebo.
That's true.
Enti enhihye ben na aban no ewoma the youth particularly because say obi wa person ojai galamsey but ojai abrewan so be di den.
Okay.
Enti plans ben na wo homa emaburu no a omo ye galamsey no. Enya sam so a na just ye pese crime and ekoso because ojai and don't forget these guys omo weapons that already they have armed themselves. Enti no the moment obeka so munyai no omo se nya dwuma no watch from armed robbery kind.
Na we sofo akọ asore no ebubu afaso.
Medi. Sofo de medi pen.
Ke bebu afaso san se won kom hye ka papa. Adwen a wo dwin eno ana wo wura mahama tirim eno ana hye wura makofi bu atirim ma.
Great.
Say ye the forest mu twra ye pamu nipa ye chire nipa they went manchi no wadwane ya hwe ya. Ye be solve one problem but we end up creating more than one. Entidie ne yen moa. Ya no mkofa ade bi ba no msi community mining. Ewi ase na chese party mining. Go back na MP or DC or no maji afa omoye. True community ownership was lost. Community mining no so no omoye no na untimi differentiate between a galamsey. Because anamoto ni sise bi ana omoye na ne galamsey yepe. And na owura maama afra no ntoma. Ahye no animonyam asiesie no amma no siechi baasronko a ya to the responsible cooperative mining schemes. Ni nyina ne say yensiesie ade no na kwan a ye fa so tuo no ye ma no siechi ba papa. Ye ba no this more of a reform platform. Enti se me na me nyanya sika se meje small scale mining licenses are. Minua spending same honto ene nyanya sika.
Money di manifest.
Na oda nyanya sika se obenya.
Me no na interview.
Na ya kan ya miensa resources above we become sponsors or promoters.
Okay.
Na ye dia kwakoje sa cooperative mining no.
Okay.
Ebiem ya je nye se ye betu afiri bole bamboy. Ana wale. Ni aswa ye hu nyina na edwuma afo akosamro boy kwaji area of community mining na ye na ye ho small cooperative mining na ye show dabi. We must your activity must empower the people in the mining community.
Okay.
Nti ye mabunu no ekrum ho no a na wo say de enya edwuma no bi ye de eye chefa ekwa mana nanom no mde aka mo mpaboa so ho chefa ekwa district assembly na abuo mpuntu ho chefa ekwa eba skill development program coordinator formerly NALEP omaso ye no mudi bia reclamation ni ade ni nyina so ka ho chefa yesie na omo de ne nye gala former gudie to mamba we mu sanodwuma ni ade e betima mo ntete yesronko no omo so yetimi anya bi ye de aso masene butai ni nyina na say de bia ye ka alternative livelihood but wo bia wakoye galamsey no 150,000 pen na go fa paso ntoma sin mienu ene sebe takri yen tailor machine bi akomano edo be ye so we must create the alternative within the sector and help them to do it in an environmentally friendly manner kwa ben ye fa so sa cooperative we nyina no ye be mo ntete ye shonko the toso mienu wo ye lucky crawl wo areas where there are large mining companies no they become mentees to these large mining companies for technical guidance and support. And say, oh, Amansia Enclave, automatically, Asanko Gold Ghana becomes your mentor. Oh, I have an important one. Nimon becomes your mentor. Oh, Boasen an important one. Anglo Gold becomes your mentor. But what I say, we are also collaborating with Gold Board. Now, you bet me ye bear to say, be now trim university ho. You say, you're far experts, people in the industry. Ebi kura mfra ma no South Africa no ne the best practices ye di mo go hotel back mu ya kire mo for some time. Okay. We are releasing some monko na mko e dem ko implement it. Modern technology so atwinity a ene ye mercury free technology senya afre na odi ko hwehwe mercury ko gu fam na no item bi e buy news story bi e buy ya ye ko fodu ya ya banchi efiri wo ba nyina no ye se be mercury ahye mu ma. Because that chemical is an uninterrupted chemical. enti kwan be ni betima fa so ne yi gold no a yankofa mercury bia anko sensuo ne nsase eno ye modern technology yaba ye hwese ye betimi a leverage on those technologies, create job for our people, mine in responsible sustainable way na at the same time no mine also this on so nti nana let the people in the mining communities be assured say abaye won hye pa de momo. It's just a matter of say omo beto ono boase dey bia meka pepre ohun konya abaye mane. Because I am happy to report this afternoon that our SCOMDEP program has received cabinet approval. Niema mienu miensa bi pe na aso bayere humo. Ye free ho I won't be surprised. Early part of next month no we'll be able to launch it at the papa mabunu no I work on. Omoni ase ne suo yebetimi apepa omoni adwuma ne bia no mde ahwefie. Very well. Ba nwuma kwa odo amoya responsible sem betimi a support yes purpose no betumi a because over NDC manifesto no my wom spare parts dealers no omo chefa ewom eniama hodo aba incentives aba na so de be ma omo so de be omo kra omo niama ba duties ahodo betumi akofom na I know say mid-year budget review be you know something will happen because there's every indication say enche your poor duties ni poor charges no some of them will be abolished. Na ma import duty na akofom na import duty so kofom one of the surest and the fastest way to grow spare parts dealers. I got a point in Ghana. Na Ghana spare parts dealers omu yi container e Nigeria. Omu yi container no for Nigeria na omu dey afa form na omu dey aba. Because they were unable to pay taxes. Na the entire ama Nigeria spare part no kwa boso kan shops e wo hon fa Nigeria for na age Nigeria for gradually take over the spare part dealers. Do you know why? Nigeria for our system be say omo container no say 40 feet yes we be 1000 and found say be simba akopekura na demo a na different bit ba say 2000 na utua na utua say 20 feet say 1000 na utua say what the most expensive car na be shemu so what the na be shemu and one na utua and to say Ghana ha say ya a bar to the point kwa na say kenkan ni ama na mako ye gi bill of lading ni hwe ni ama ewo mu na nyina the tax to nyina so abobom di ama wo be we na the say kan nyina tua duty no muntumi enti Nigeria for no mutimi yi spare parts ni cheap e wo mo ho na mo de afa smuggle we na mo de awram na mo de abegum na mo ton fofofo na Ghana for de no a omo de omo fa due process abetua wotema etua wotakra de taxes ni wosro import duty wosro no na ne bo no cost no munya market enti ma fa omkoji loan obekọ na shop na ye the notice abebo ho and far to tom shops mu dwane ye so now nyame adom enyama peke dollar no na ye tipaye kese pa no ene stabilize it ye hwe se finance minister ene aba no behwe na duties ahodo a wo so wetimi ate now fe ye fa kwa ya betimi afa so said ye groomi abane the initiative say but say ye nua Eric J any basintali abane groomi young entrepreneurs ye business owners support to omo give omo seed monies no let's see how best we can help that also can spare parts dealers no so abane so support omo nye for free so man bosia interest no for mo now man a long period to pay flexible terms of payment they can pay na omo so business in cost because abuso kan for no mo ye show pa titru ni say eye abrante bi ewu ne no nkopie mo kwa ho saade a ene je ene omutimi tuska no gumpa e ba sa so e man market so timi ba ni nyina boabu mi economy yes Ghana ewiase we be ma bia wutimi solve oba ba ku problem a unu say e Ghana economy na wa build no.
That's all we saying.
When say my problems
what's all we saying?
Oh anye bia say mo ba girl anye bia me no ba nete
me so what's all we saying?
Me ma meti ase ena me brother we free mu ko so say ja me ba girl ba ko e ba ne direct e ma o me hye mase a je say o mo responsibilities ye me ma me ka ho a o me hye mase a 4
what was all we for
4
And I was so kind for most of
what I say. Until let's do that and see how best we can. I mean, chairman, Kabori. Kabori is also a boy Juma. Nah, Kabori is one of the NDC communicators. A very humble, very articulate, and very, I can say, experience. But Juma, or taking the time or learning on the job. Nah, and one say, Nitiswa ye when one of the most experienced ministers under NDC government appointed by John Dramani Mahama, Honorable Emmanuel Amakufibua. Winning the entire Honorable Emmanuel Amabua Basoshe. NPP for our ideology be say no man be Ghana ye. And the NPP whenever they are voted to power, when they take positions, omo dey say no man be fix the problem no. Or no share problem na or no who can betimi afa so. I draw as strategize no benefit from the problem instead of tackling the problem head first. And to be ministers ahodo MPP appoint to omo edo call lands and natural resource ho a obi ti se ginapo some ebu ginapo. It's alleged say sike ko yifa ni fie say ene polytank mu senkrofo ayira eno besi ne wantimi ankle eno di free abamu okono hu se galamse fight ni nya koketoa. And we are going to fight a year sector and as a business every day they see money. What done na juda so no bi shamna mu too good. What day we are now okwa adwuma nam has no bi shamna mu too good. And every minute every second they see money. And to no giving you his sum of money to no stay off their business was easy. And to so nya corrupt minister biano ko a Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources one more. The only thing they can do is pay some media, let's do some PR gimmicks, and then let them do their job. At the end of the day, I'll get my money. And then open one of the ministers and the Akufo-Addo former appointees, Omuye Rich Pa Samuel Abujinapo is one of them. Sometimes or call radio show, TV show, crana or you saw Sikakra, there might be a producer, will be any bag man who see this. Ne dollars na me wan say under NDC I am wan say under NDC and you $1 kra or government appointees one appointee one problem under NPP when ministers go for programs say we only chat TV station radio stations a minister about one or kwa sometimes producer be din echa kon ka ho e de na obe ka chele mo nyina mo fa support production wo mo bi o mo handbag no mo wallet mu a you don't see this dollars na no mudi. Is one of the richest ministers because Okotra for how many years? Several years. Obi of course our ministry obiano ye. But Emmanuel Amakufibua of course say one question or manage situation one enriching themselves. Or fighting galamsey no straightforward. In less than 5 months of his appointment has been able to reclaim 9 forest reserves na MPP aban dia magalamsey operators to the extent say omono no wa akode even more than military and omono ma forest reserve on a no go area for Ghana security operative to even enter. In less than 5 months, Emmanuel Amakufibua has been able to rescue this air forest reserves. Amene will put it one time put to be a kunta mining and ne what nanwaka to muntimin kasa wuntumin kasa. And he's still fighting. Wow, can a year galamsia hold up. Just take time. Just 3, 4, 5 months near Emmanuel Amakufibua, a be a minister as lands and natural resources ministry, no. And Crawford arrest or more prosecutor is more than the number of people arrested and prosecuted by MPP for the past 8 years. Just 5 months, no. And Crawford prosecutor are more than and Crawford MPP in 8 years pretending say no more prosecutor. So, Mami mo minister number so because nana, enye easy the kind of a car politicians a bopa to become a parliamentary candidate. Internal party primaries a car mo and son a main election a cow be bo obe fani nyina mu no ya elect say MP no abani amao a year position na ni pa ni ka o de nyu obia no hu saka na obo no anya position wo hu sika te se galamsey mani e beba de bia sebi or didn't sabation in them from Wakasa media me ba me or my Ghana for national interest but this minister has shown the way so obetima ye adwuma no na said ya woka yi said ye nua kabori kai over 1,000 licenses issued my year minus
1,200
after just small audit omo ye no over 900 of them ye who say discrepancies room. And there's no way they can correct it. The government power more 1 year, they can never correct it. And so the best thing is say, terminate nina.
Because illegally acquired.
As at last month, na oko Ghana your port, enyama yakra ifra manone airbar. Usha commodity na endorse one excavators. As at last month, na over 2,000 excavators and na esi so eba Ghana. Contractors o musi kwan, how many of them? Excavators do send no use. But all these excavators were coming in for what? Mining. Okofa 2022, 2023. Okofa enyama ekrefra manane edeba Ghana. The biggest community edeba ya na doswa isika ekasenan board de pa excavators. And the projection is that the government and panena and see for more before I think on a near over 20,000 excavators in Ghana. And in Tina band policy abase and before obe cra excavator say obe crash or the ban. She said all the excavator never be. And the excavator and bus also the road construction. You register as a road construction. Now you monitor excavator movement. It's a once a size excavator na pure mining site. Wow would the buy no was some kind. Because of all these years, excavators here register. And we don't know. Now you register motorbike near register. Meanwhile, excavators near register. And you kwachi excavator no site it's difficult to trace and know who owns that excavator. And the government policies in a bar now excavator will be registered. And yes, you register keke. So what's would the year you see register as for road construction. So also the choir mining, also the mine Accra FM, I register for Accra FM. And the ones a size excavator no a original TV yabacho. And it's a idea by Nyabre. I want you say to me because NPP for the scan of Mariano. As you show no. Omen to me found good bank. And they want to reinvest those money, stolen money, and because they're importing excavators and digging more, destroying the forest because this is already or moment opposition. One omuno opposition so omunya kwenya no mutu galam say na they will make more money. At the same time ebema government na unpopular. Na Ghana for asa je to no masa to abatia NPP NDC for no. Enti 2 games from play. Enti honorable Emmanuel Amakufibua na nkopo nshira papa woni eye wodomo adwuma mudi o na na miwia asena meba budget no so no. Say eja me feel na bore kopoku aso ye be de. Yeah. Say government accountability or say Ghana force hu their course ho agric ministry this week their course on say no minister a commission the newly can say appointed board members Edema PBC and share butter a share limited it's a PBC no the share abeka ho na sa one of the fastest growing state owned enterprises under NDC produce buying company or na cocoa board to cocoa no mo na transport no mo dia ba anase wosika pa but NPP buy 8 years PBC omu collapse no as at last year na PBC deka over 600 million to the point no na omo suppliers etiminya court orders na auction omo properties at the company na collapse nyanko pardon aban no aba atoto ne amaye so manya new MD omanya board minister task omo so omo nkonko yen manu minister call room oni FO director general share no o catch say Ghana FO amwaye ne add value to the share bata no amojitum so metumi aboa a food and agriculture organization under United Nations wiase nyom na hwe nnuane ne mfudie ensem so na penyo da no minister call Italy nko share na de srede ba ko di kade tu nanim se omwa na Ghana okosremu a ye ma menom a omo na edo saa enkuto no etin kuto no chese omo no raw material ne ba yemfa value bi anka wonti ye cost fan of fofo but wiase nyina opo man a enkuto omo do nkuto pa Nigeria but opo man a nkuto eye premium quality in the world Ghana into stress aban no omomwa na yenya sika mfamwa me no ka sei Ghana ban atumi enya sika about 4 million euros a de beboa ye maame no mo a omo do nkuto eti nkuto processing nkuto no wo sirem no ye de beboa mo sa afiwe enti aban na hwe animu somewhere 2022 Ghana etimi nya sika about $92 million through nkuto a de kwa manone minister hwe animu say by the next 2-3 years no we should be able to get no less than $500 million from nkuto enam investment aban na enti sa brede PBC ye hwe animu so mo be for mo ntoma pefra esanse aban papa ba de course bi menra Semu ya minister at the motorbikes mako 500 at the ama agric extension officers untimi enkase o yekua ene wiase ayewe e omrekwa unhia nimde agriculture science and technology
science based
enti untimi ye kanena na ehwe wiem no eni ntina Ghana suafo bebre akosua de omya agric extension officer mu ofie one the aban ye ne say afinko ano of agric extension officers 5,000 near do makwa kwhye national service ase
wow
na omo no ne agric ministry na ye adwuma ntomo ne post omo makwa district and constituencies and rural areas no to support the farmers, educate them na omo no how be they will be the first point of call na omatimi no mahyiahia na dodo no anu will be kra no a oba Ghana ha se ya ye number no sha West standard ne say we senka one extension officer be atimi serve farmers 500 but oba Ghana ye number no one extension officer serve 1,500 Ghana has say one obetimi a 70 per 1,500 within 4 months farming season obi antumi wo de no cross out nchan a mobility omuni cars motor kro omuni bi entikwani no se na fu obenante 10 acres I we expecting say that extension officer no 10 kilometers in koba akofo from na akuafo do so no betima akofo from a day enti de no the minister and say 500 motorbikes and what they ama district agric extension officers no say omo fanshase na ntimi embo ama mobility omuntimi movie ntimi nkonkofo from nkwohwe na me adoma next week another 300 motorbikes and also so minister de bema omo na you omo say feed Ghana coordinators omo no every constituency bia no your sankofo na omo so serve as a linkage between the assembly and the ministry and the feed Ghana secretariat no omo ti omo so ensa betumi aka omo de no so abane nyame ya adomu a Friday we a shaman irrigation facility bi wo ho at Tiapansam minister the social kobo form na rehabilitation ashase etmi akoso ashama nti na me adma Friday we ye wo ashama ya ekoso a lot nana ade a ekoso e wa Greek ministry honum sans almost all the ministry bi na beka bi nkoso first time in the history of Ghana, first time after 8 years and National Investment Bank and now me read you almost story I say about first quarter of this year or making profits company na collapse. First time in the history of Ghana, less than 6 months of NDC government ultimately recapitalize a National Investment Bank. Even the next on the block, Ghana Commercial Bank akasa omabe recapitalize amo musika. But all these companies were making losses for 8 consecutive years under NPP and Akufo-Addo Bawumia. All the state-owned enterprises were making losses, including Bank of Ghana. Cocoa Board was making losses. Goy, Boka, Obia Boka, To, Boka, all of them. But Odi, young Fansa Baby Nsunka, a feeble corner, you know. Ubon's a Bank of Ghana, Moka. 2022 Oboka, 2023 Oboka, 2024 Oboka. But first and so say, I feel 2024 Bokona Bank of Ghana, Moka. Because Omo Mabana determines Omelivi a legacy. No me ato banana yen timi nka monkro fo abaso omrekwa se bi ebinom su din semfo a yen ka ho asem na no me postu bibi about forestry
for 1 minute come me
forestry papa no da ho no se bi onti de ba onti de ba se bi omie bi na sum no betensem omie bi na sum no betensem
o GM appointee
Oye Jema Ponti.
Okay.
But who you be a check a year forest law for very long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, appointing from internal.
Yes. So internal structure no. And because of NDC government want to know, make sure say bear money. And you consider na de watena ho. Now on your 2 minutes, you are going after NDC for people who are pro NDC. Not because they are incompetent, not because they are incapable, not because they are corrupt, not because they are stealing. But because you want to micromanage the Air Forestry Commission into you want to open crofwa, ni momo NPP for no. Now do amu ye adwuma. What be that? Say a company uko forestry omo ewo about 3 or 4 department bia ewo HR and sana the overall HR no ho no. Ni nyina echi no. See wonu mom de timi throw letter. No the transfer obi. What be that? HR na juma ne say. Enti bun kan che sa papa ne say. Say media men penidi kura hu. Na men penidi kura ate. NDC 40 fie nkrofo nya adwuma. Bebre nwo a omudidi mpanyumfo achi aketua kro omunyi bi. Ekro come the nkrofo 8 years nkrofo de omo 6 months 7 months in government still come the nkrofo. So when you baby atena na so untimi ntra wonhwe di kwa betima fa so abo ne pa na wo otuo na so NDC ni na de betua so a kwaye mu ono beti wani no ye besum fidi atwa kwaye na wo hyemu no ye besum fidi atwa wo nyina hye bebo mpapre so woni mpapre woni mpapre ye bebo mpapre atwa wo hye unya kwa na wapie enti mun ka che sa man so be steady onye steady ayekon aye no na yesa
a word to a wise
obekwa adwuma obepo anwumre no obedu oni abon papre etwa forest no ahia na bi obefa kofie no ene ebehwe.
Very well. So that is it live on Accra 100.5 FM. Samuel Hunto, a broadcast journalist in Ordinary Lucem, where an initial commentary, of course, Ogusu Fianti, Yebirem, second half with the media budget, Yebir prospect, with certain anticipations. My main court to Chiho. Muko sumo ye si the dako wanyebi ye dada bisi ma urade ye de akurase fo ma o asa medwen so no kwano tena akurase wo fu ma henu wako jawa sam kura ai tachi anyways my tachi o ba hwe budget nana say sami abo dabi nto hwe ka o hwe garam se de me ko na ifa na ako na bi be se mo ti asese me topic okay te mo topics into me overtake me topics te me topic no that form no ye hwe media me topic no ye media budget no ana bosoka de ne kwaso papa de sojo ne kwaso something from abosoka of course is abosoka no ba ga mami asaki Arungobet my lost friend but I'm still around, don't worry. Class. Yeah, so chama na minchia minua na agenda Sami Hunto na minchia minua kaban minchia minua timije Sami Hunto de or somebody me penasa from afar ya ye adwuma struggling nyina ne Sami ne from really good be by this time ya struggle pa you got your point up na NDC or your penkofo metime gina brani e was purpose just makasa NDC obi asuru obi aso neutral me de na menye neutral because as a leader how can I be neutral we say on time ntina edwadie no enkoso no because we say obi aso neutral and it's a politician be try wani ma or the policy by bad do a good do mejitum ultimately make it different between a bad policy and a good policy so that say and it's a ultimately make it different between good and bad policy now pick it good now and then just a party ni ba and say aban no timi forma ultimately okoyi ultimately say koyi nkoyi tuka say nkoyi but obi aso neutral no adwuma nipa a sacrifice abedu by this time no enne Sami ka say e kom gusu di nkrofo a wenye obi odi panyi bi say kom gusu di no ankofo atwie mani no saa na wisu wadi say o say e bebo de empampe anase den empapre saa say e bebo empapre afa nkrofo bi hu a very soon time beba very soon time beba time na e be mu ye adwuma no man ka say mu ye adwuma man baba ko mu say mu ye adwuma no na ye ba ye nyina ye be okay eti obi anka say ko baby na wo de woni godfather. Somebody told me straight away, if you don't have Godfather, then I'm sorry for you, and then you will suffer. How can you tell me that? It's a start time, they need me,
ne wa bonti na be na for ebe peke me dem call ye because of Abuso kan a very strong area for a new patriotic party very for national consensus papers bi say won to ya asase so
national consensus papers we PRO
me na me PRO
ana Abuso
kan national consensus papers so na me be take over Abuso kan association ngasa
okay
and I'm the chairman ni executive buy and I'm take as a director of communication for the association.
Yeah, I know.
Did you say it's easy? It's not easy.
Who the GM crack or
GM, of course.
Yeah.
The first time in the history of NDC, see a better deba NDC, me na me here Abusoka, ABC that never the history of Mama we not say this is mega.
Make I say
unprecedented.
Make I say
how come? I said people don't care about people.
No,
people don't care. 7 months in power. No, you go for Common communication keke. It's simple, certain matters. Me if you ask me, Otechi, hold on, do this. I agree with you. You say a reset your mind. And next success NDC chocky goodwill or more enjoy. They enjoy goodwill because some of us we've been around. We dreaded never so sorry. We will come in and come and explain to the people. Say these people will do trouble. So I tell you, many Otu Darko, you cause a glemme. See me remu. You dear kofa bush, baby you could rest a glemme.
Yeah, you kofa when you're
and easy. Now we are there just because yeah percent Ghana for or more property yes we more mama see no up to today segleme enkosi baby aye you sacrificing uko mikrum ekwapme du krum djuma nipa kwakọ ye bisa kion conspiracy me ka check your kion me my part I play for you no me mentu about who ba ka kusa ba you win the election because djuma nipa ye e ma kion o de bisa kion na da fefe keke unu keke pa djuma nipa ye all over the place but because
very well
na say mo bani e tum for na mu pese mutia mo de mo nkoso ba yesi obi true kohwe nkwa mentru kohwe wu ni fie mbosia etwa wa eye yasre about so mbosia etwa wo okay they should go ahead they should go ahead ye nru baby mami kasa fast papers e be say edwedifo ya kasa che na yesi ye dollar ne ade duty ekumedwedi owura mama buy no share bo honestly no catch say oba oba make sure say o stabilize economy no na dollar no ne e friend say bo CD no we show say owura mama no kasa oba fix rate ni ade oba make sure support oba fix rate no be fix into them by fix no it in your opportunity Dr. Atufose kasa no so enye necessary cry say fix rate per se but say it stabilize CD ni dollar na sa fix with na no automatically no be more port wo o kan me tie na sopem because your dollar rate in the evaluation me dwedi for and it's a dollar ba form a say hu ya say be reform kase bia port obi it say automatically we do be form it will share near cost a dollar 10.5 10.6 na ka duty and na ba form and na boso kan say nkophobia last week Saturday omo ba me ho eni age a because ba kokwa do bungo todwi o say techibo dey da wasi o me ko yimi car no mo say 85,000 me ko amenya 56,000 menye ska chimbotom on top of NDC it doesn't care NDC but energy abani mo say wonye sika dey chimbotom no that tells you say nkofo adwen ehu esesa say see an dollar ne ba form no ebo adwedifo na say ye ko China e bayi ticket nke bitwa na nke bitwa 24,000 we don't match ticket me bitwa 13,000 Ghana cedis yes e bitwa no $1,000 sata no na ye friends Addis Ababa for no that's Ethiopia airline no o $1,000 another na say na ye 9 cedis point something to 10 cedis o try o try kwa na do 10,000 Ghana cedis of course that month no for China pa ene catch say resetting no ama enkofo edwedifo bebre ni age but how can see a woman e be say tie no China say say Bank of Ghana ye TB from Bank of Ghana ye TB from Ministry of Finance say gaw for na dollar na kodi omusem no mo di temi economy maye no wo ko bank unya dollar but dollar manager announce worker bank go catch say ye free obi amount no do ko obenye bisisi ya no catch o ko so waka say odmo 13 cedis mi ho anso no central bank say 10.5 10.6 10.7 it depends maybe echo na gaga ne dey ma 13 cedis na e hwan e na yebu man no yes abochi for na say central government na say central bank na say Ministry of Finance yebu man no o ho na pesi ti o chana 2 ni omo share ye bo say Upe dollar kwa. It's easy to call banks obenya dollar. They should call the managers to order. These banks and managers, they should call them to order. They are doing business with the dollar, no. Gaga, quickly, no way. Who can also be able to say, 10 minutes time. No, we're rushing for bank, no dollar, no bank. No, they are
bank.
Why about who you be? And yeah, for a long time, I'll be a kawasam. Baby, I do baby, I say a kawasam. It's not me, I call it for meeting. Say you could you could share ministry, you could share. We don't, me, so I say, men call. Ba ne ko no say ya hwɛ ne aso ano a wo si edwurefo yentete ne maso Vict inje na 4 plugs e ton 23,000 no e bi di nsi na ba for ma ba bedu 19,000 18,500 sa nipa no wato ne mane wi no okosa $1 no na galgo ne de ma ne 13 cedis enti be de nipa ko no sako baba beti ne maso Otu Darko so wo follow me there enti no say mo ya de ne wi a mo make sure say mo ma banks no make sure dollar be available my 24 obaka say supplier fine and you be no to kwan on this hard discussion no because obeka your transaction come supplier no
if I had a cramp no beyond certain threshold won't mean crap
mami wo ko China either say you pay your money what WeChat Alipay so that's it but the question is as a dwadini o supplier no to force Kenya come supplier no Kenya say me ha me fa nya supplier no eso okọ na okọ no mko go na we production by amount no because China no okọ nyese nyema ni gugu ho makwa fa ne mo ye production there's okọ a unu mko kan wi na hwe bo no ye good a na watu kakra mo ma otu akama fo se mo kokọ production no amawo mko production asana we dey so obedu wa man to ha production betu take 1 with 2 weeks we obetu betu omuka no wa ye dey waba but here is the case entisa okọ unya bi why you transaction you so say why you to first kabia e say otimi ska bi ekuta de ko utu kwan ukọ $1 say fa ma ye say fa what na brand ye say about utu kwan na fa we ba say utu kwan na Otu Darko ne ekoso no ana obi atwi nani ase obi agya mamu na owura ma nko a ana obi atwi nani no wo fa fo na fo bi catch say this what is happening obi afa no call text message obi afa obi respond because obi anke if you don't care yamono you will make sure say very soon no ye be sata kasem na ye kasema nobody should complain of course na me can be say so be true ekohwe enkwa ye duru kohwe wu efie mosia etwa ya papa say abonteso mosia be de betwa wo ana ya ntra se man ka abonteso mosia ntwa ye be isa say ne pese efie mosia mo de etwa ya quickly no mo de dry data no sama ye so ta say sa ne ye no sa ne amambuo no sa ne ye pepepe so that say eti ochina no ye see covenant levy ye beti ye free ho because so me ya we say they are saying talks with it say the budget statement no o kan ye fi so chombe ye free ho and na so ye pese be hu say
ba COVID-19 level no what I was say okay for now them see any source of funding for free SHS because over how much is given us per annum now in a region of about 6 billion. I stand for correction anyways. I didn't think yen Susan and say be a free SHS levy. And I say yanka say COVID-19 levy no ye directly akọ Mahama Kenum na communicable we say there's about 43% of communicable diseases are sabi yentimi sa because of sikasem. Ni en channel says scanning konum dan say ye be giant says scan ko.
Otu Darko you see aban no say
don't also forget the COVID-19 asemba
aban me yet say obeso ye reintroduction of what roto and me for me support to say roto ni ba because other nebi can so mo fa ni ma fi akono omo de kan omo ko firi omo dua peswa so what I say we sort roto ba COVID-19 asem na wo kan no e bia na mo kan say Nigeria niema boofo ni ache niema boofo date Nigeria niema boofo yes ask charges bia dey the grade for so that my ye dwane ye niema no course no on se ruama ma waka asemi wo ha as a grade for no dadwin course ye o say o chair parliament say o mo hwe na saa illegal fees na shipper for na dey charge no o mo nyina dey o mo ntwam saa asem no say na a very strong statement pa but grade for bibidi and former adwan ko o mo ye din wo ho ba me ka se parliament etimiti ruama ma asem no mo kom dey adwuma sa local charges ni sa aske bi omojeji a ene ship life for me say bisasaki ship life for ni gusu yusu old carry no rate no ene the evaluation e wo tamaport mi hu dollar no so ye den sen e 10.5 e bi charge 15 cedis 14 cedis 16 cedis ene 13 cedis depending how come eti damage no penny ben or mem ha or the directors about ship la from somebody I fear some say ship la for no shippers authority ama or mom director say if you knock on every day be as a shippers industry no obi atim declare the rate daily ne who said scarce na mo charge no you see emra no mama na ndi obi a Ghana sovereign state say ya ban say dollar say na kwa central bank wadwuma no say ne say o ma ship for say me man ha de dollar no mbese mo ye 10 cedis mo ye 11 cedis na say ma peg dollar no for adwadi for 3 months or 6 months so na sa keke ni ebeden
you could even peg it for 1 way
no see sometimes no abani revenues
until for longer
yet me chichi aban
so like 6 months
6 months medium per se 6 months okay
a bit my stable kakra
yeah stable into hwa de dollar no aye stable no say sa omo peg no e wo port wo for 6 months na me say obeka me say obehu say asema me kan wo say dwedi obi obeka na notum menu kasa we dwedi for 80% say obi ayidin obi enjoy the goodwill of this current administration banemu niema bi e ko say wo say dollar e say na wo nye bi na beko gaga no 13 cedis de we say na ma fok busu nwi complaining yes dwedi for NDC administration no ma monya power no mo start mo build dwedi for build people men and women build businessmen and women build yomo na mo ko position t-shirt kana mo brand na mo nya sika yifanye t-shirt eso musika mo ko mo de ko ko man go for mo wrong people we know yetin yakon nyina build your own people abuso kan one of the mba abuso kan one of the Boadu Central you was 7 electoral areas abuso kan NPP stronghold NPP win election Boadu Central bia ya abuso kan vote ene kasa bia kwa me de se munyamu yawe hontani watan onim abuso kan because this time didn't see here didn't see here of course because the NPP nya vote no but enye vote obenya about nya win election because I say enye dwumaten na ebi sedem ebi ti aburuchire ebi enjoy na ebi de kom ni nsuom na eboro na atimdidie eye dwumaten
isa aburuchire for naba
na say ye kan mo se mo me kan ebedu ebe no
na
minya ebedu ebe no me ko yo madafo biem o me hu se me yo mo enemy and that time so na ma prepare me hopa yi very soon ebesi
okay
but omunyema o mo ko ebesi
me ba ademole say Tachi BOG has sent a communique that if you have your document intact the bank will give you the dollar. Incomplete document will be denied $1.
Me say that's what I'm saying say Bible says Bank of Ghana
and banks no so a cast of $1 no I think they should be reported according to Frederick Kofi Nabinse.
No, but the never percent make about the dollar issue. No.
Okay, I was thinking some called and see now when you are a full bite.
Okay, no problem.
Because I can't need 2 minutes.
So that's it.
No, when you're full.
It's no ready for at last week. You move because Central Bank for the same delegation. Yeah.
Okay.
The same last week na and then Wednesday. What is Monday? No, so no. You be sakushia Ministry of Finance concern all these issues. And you say yeah, we be to be no bonus. Bank of Ghana ina kushia. That was our issue here. Eba mo aba mo say what you are saying right. Because I didn't know go ni be catch you say obo control asisi ya just ibonya dollar. Na bank be catch you say ma me 3 days 4 days. So that say also ni open no farm. Also obi okwa unya bipo. Ba go do kwa ni open bi obonya. So open $10,000 ah. Do umbe check the amount. Oboka se ma me 30 minutes okase me ba okoba ngwa kwa jiro de abrel we ye nimri nyina ba uti meta embobo nkofo bi din sa because ade no ye twam so uti so ati and say aban no sa na good one na we enjoy no this some of the things are ye betimi prompt you say this is what is happening and they are aware almost you catch them so admit say it's true they know what is happening so that say and you say dwan keke na dwan keke ba dwan no say o mehwe ma dwadie no ebe kosoro so ebe bu bia ba say party in government build businessmen and women. Build businessmen and women. Na munjai ni na mo nhwehwenu na mo ye yo baby foforo.
Okay. Thank you Techiado concern Spare Part Association of Ghana. Me Ray and director of communications.
That imposes you me director of Abuse can spare parts dealers.
director of Abosoka
spare parts dealers consider media to be a chum quadra.
Me da say
na denga spare parts could be amena msasha se. So can o impose so.
Watch me.
Wa ma same kwa bufu gra.
It's the director of Abosoka.
Director of Abosoka spare parts.
Okay, director of communications. Abosoka spare parts.
Dealers Association. Of course.
Which mean you don't know about me. Na me pacho ba me fa wentwa mo nsa na be refi Tema General Hospital. Prince Kuju ofusu ware dia ba. Yese omo ambulance a break it down. Enti se obinya challenger. That is say we hire a private ambulance. If that is so, me pacho Tema General Hospital is too big a hospital to even have just one ambulance. It's a joke. The General Hospital should have at least 5 ambulances. Ghana, do we operate police only a helicopter? A fire service, do they operate helicopter? Fire service
Ghana police service na me say ma procure bi.
Na fire service or helicopter.
Omoni bi.
Even
fire tender car from now from fire stations omoni cars.
For the past 10 years, Ghana fire service fire tender anya brand new back pempo.
For the past 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. The
at least fire service should have
new fire tenders.
They should have a helicopter service.
Fire service for me who for my headquarters wa. There's so many Ghana police service or more competition pa.
Yeah,
Ghana police service for by your pavement no so I TV station.
It's nice.
TV station on side security checkpoint entrance on side na 20
ya pedicure.
Yes, nemo
duma no wo form.
Fire service for there me need say akado. I don't want the paint. No, what's the boy? Pass there.
Oh, yeah, Papa. Look,
paint on the paint and it's your turn to say Swede.
Abra, stations no money fire tenders. Workers no motivation.
Jema ba ebefa. Enti ba mo nche on Facebook na mo nso mo nche ma jeni okan I say I need 3 then Benz engine home use. Hey. Oh, very well. But the Chika Assembly, before you come in, and this from penny from Fanny Serious. Your door no 2 for 4 bu hono normal. Ni bebo party ne de ye beka no kokoam. Obi a meka sa wa ha. Me de bia meka entachi has spoken my mind. NDC learn to create your own millionaires. Today be NDC co position mo bresika ho.
Somehow more right, but not you are not entirely right. And yes, NDC creating millionaires. NDC are creating millionaires. But one problem with the millionaires is NDC creating. No. So NDC creating millionaires now instead of them to use their resources to support the party, no, they will rather use their resources trying to control the party. So when not fully control access to control, then they use their resources to fight against. I become billionaires.
Very well.
And the NDC, but they were using their resources to do nonsense.
Demonstration.
But me some can so bo no wa build it. But so the bebo party no so fair so be
wrong people. Don't think some be wrong people.
Haruna.
Maminchia co-panelist minua wonto minua techi. Omotie micho bia ye kan about fire service mamin kai ye papa bia owo ajem kotoku oye station officer oye ne juma no te se juma ne ye ne papa die se womba ana wo ye leti akofie se bibitua na obekasa obepamo kofie anything as if onini John Mahama Mikai regional RFO and I friend say one friend in 9 NC former bibi betu sa area honum amasamai Toman ajenko tukuni omo honum nyina no efie hia omunya any individual because omunyina age transfer erani from that particular station simply because of the station officer. Nti say wotie ya say wonfa wo ya bibi efa ho. Eyi meni bibra techi eya atwen kakra, but at least nyina asua. Matiwa sipa in the area of dollarization economy. One of the policies of this current administration are many omuya doing paye how to make dollar business unattractive in the country. When the NDC came to power, the rate at which na many echisi dollar no abra yen hiya dollar no kura no aswacha anamebwa because when him say at any given time dollar no the stability level no eya dia udisika PSC say upe dollar, there's no speculation say ebe ko high ebe ko low ebe ko konana echo, so you are relaxed echo pim time a upe dollar na wakoto. One of the policies or factors are the the growth of the economy is government policies, capital investments, and so if you look at the area of capital investments this time now NDC ba contractors ni infrastructure development ni ekeka hono nyina no wonim say yenyen hyiase no capital investments since January. Contractors yenyen tuomukaye ena omuka, and if you consider they are now about uko bank unye dollar, me call bank to take my own dollar and your dollar me pay every abanho mian kasa misika media akoto ho. What do you say? At the end of the day, no, because say you want to go to China, you de me dollar e dia maw. What did me patch now? You want to go to China to do what? Ukotonema. And abai no beka che say okay, so pese ukoto dollar uko amanoni ekoye transaction in the name of dollar. Koho you better transfer dollar no more at the rate of 10.5. You see Debbie? Me pe dollar no akra. Say dollar no na hye me moto. Ye mawo kwan bia ubefa e ma wo sanka dollar no so a upia na okaka say me ko jimi dollar na si me ko to dollar bank no ni dollar. Because one of the measures or the policy are about we buy and say anybody who want to take dollar more than certain amounts, not even more than certain amount to cry, so per dollar no from a buyer, you must have a reason. One, I need dollar to do transfers. I need dollar to buy tickets.
To declare. I
want dollar to do any other thing that you want to do. They will tell you, say, okay, no problem. Cover your travel and itinerary bra with the request of amount you want, then they get it for you. But enams will say you are hearing say dollar beko surunti, and now you are taking advantage of the dollar rates, the exchange rate at the banks. Now koho eko say me here dollar. Yes, dollar. The Bank of Ghana rate here 10.5 as at yesterday. What do I say? But as at yesterday, no many koho say because it is cheap, no. I'm coming to buy dollar. You bet catch us say kofa documents A B C D near HRS say pa you really need the dollar. So one to me then it is a problem. But me wo misika me de misika betu honum. They cannot tell you say they don't have the dollar. I'm telling you that I have dollar in my account. It took me 2 days to get that dollar.
That's why I wanted to come in.
What did I say? Yeah. It took me 2 days and I'll come there. The 2 days and sana misa can't be dollar.
Why must it take
very good? You see, the point is near no oka about a dollar. It's true. I'm not talking for government.
No, you're just saying.
I am saying my experience and general understanding of near Bank of Ghana policies now.
And I'm also asking you a
which
general
has
question.
Which has favored me new. Because our policies in new that speculators no anka ebe affecting me new as businessmen.
But Abochi people are.
No, you see that's where I am coming. The Abochi people get the dollar from me new ye free amanone edi esika ye mfa nkoto account ye me new ni account but ya ba Ghana and I need to spend cedi. Me nko bank enko sesa 10.5. Abochi will give me high to be able to also sell or china say wo obesa akono bra meto na high amount. That is where the issue is. It's not about nyabotro I am into it. Me free amanone ba me kura me dollar. Okay, nti me ba me mfa me sika enkoto me ba ye wo mo a to say me I'm using me as an example always because I bring dollar to deposit in my account and I go to take dollar me ko ho na ma yi me dollar me nsese wo ho. But when I want to travel or transfer money asana me ko ho, it is not fair. So the government today as we speak or the Bank of Ghana has issued a directive say any bank that is coming to us as central bank to buy dollar we regulate it. You regulating them all. Sisi ya kase bisa bank bia Bank of Ghana in the past no you be mau dollar no because you are a trading partner me here $100 $100,000 oba na the amount no eni ho biu ubo hwa you need to explain to us why you are here dollar at the day the close of the transactions now by the end of the day no the treasury be your treasury a bank treasury no kurano they will seal it for another day or for another 2 days so that they will regulate
this time no, you request the dollar ahead
before
then they monitor
how it goes. So it's a mechanism you see so that they can regulate sana amount for a rashi dollar. And bear in mind foreign currency be speculations direct sana almost esiko. Okay, so once you need it, it's not like a CD that you're producing that is spent here. So if you really want to travel with 100,000 Ghana cedis, I ask myself, one, what consider the risk involved? Two, the bank will tell you if you need to spend money beyond this amount, card, the same charge I ever charge you, the bank rate that you will enjoy in Ghana, locally, is the same when you get there. So why do you want to hold a dollar? Cash, physically. So the Bank of Ghana has put in measures which is part of a government policies to help us realize your friends are the growth rate in the country. What I say? So if you look at the way and manner people have come across issues your core bank na dollar, your core bank, let me be something say as a businessman, we hear dollar to travel. Me, if I have money, me dollar even in America sikano wa bre ya tuoka every week and every month now would you sika to a bank account no so uko say uko yi 5,000 at the go you have to write upon a year before you release sika
because
so
it's huge.
So they will ask you nobody is telling you but they would want to find out uko ye den. Why do you want to hold this amount of money? They are regulating the monetary spendings of your.
It's a check on inflation.
Yes, what did I say? And one of the reasons why people do not want to have plenty money, the monetary policies, is the fact that it controls inflation.
No, but Haruna, to say maybe you are talking in excess of $10,000, or you are talking in essence of 10,000 credits. You are talking in a sense of $50,000. So my bad bank be, let me hear say $2,000 or $5,000. $5,000, yeah, 50,000 cedis. This year.
More than 50,000. Let's say 54, 55. 56.
Yes. 56,000 cedis. Me come a bank. Let's say we are make us say go 56,000 cedis into me person me be here. Yeah, me some them de ko. Near is kind of. Now me say me pay $5,000 $5,000 equivalent in the 5,000 $5,000 na obi afre say obi akase bi ni ho ba obi tima fru bi ama okọ abochi ni ho a no no de ama abochi ni say meba na assumably no wasian ba back to the bank no abeji say scan ama that is his bone of contention.
Enye sana na oka debi they cannot they cannot abochi ntimi say kanino wonim na omo ye engraving say the bank manager transact with a dollar ewo hono say nia na wo kan say okay ko abochi ho obenya dollar na ma abochi beba mo ho I'll give it to you abochi beton.
Why should the bank
the banks deal with abochi?
Why?
Because remember abochi brings them dollar to the bank. Abochi soon abochi mo dollar. Okay. Abochi deposit their dollar in their accounts in the banks until they have that rapport. But Kanino, now once the dollar is there, people don't come for it. They release the dollar to the Abochi. Abochi transact the business and bring back the dollar the next day. Then they share the profit. Now it's not like that. The Bank of Ghana say once you are coming for the dollar $100,000 a day, you need to write the reason. So why I'm spending more, you return it to the treasury. The treasury will keep it.
Because Mr. Just one bemuti can so if you allow me.
No, can you do within 1 minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, I know. My make a bit now. Me Boba needing. Set me dollar account to. Me say me ko channel minister me ho. Na me say me ko peka card there. Ato me because me ho tani ade ade no. Say me pay be ada. Omo ka chem say me mo 4 days. No need mommy.
Misika. Okay. How much? If do you want to tell us? And tell me. And tell me the no you say even if it's $1. Send it now.
Yeah, meet me. Go to me can meet me can. By just the two look at phobia. Me hotel near the idea, and I could do my ham hotel.
But they do $5,000.
No. Never do cry.
Okay, if I say in the region of
do $3,000.
Okay, if I say $2,000.
And do cry. Or catch him say. Me more 4 days. Eti me bufu ye
for $2,000.
Yeah, me bufu eti me start show e show me table no so. The man bufu e say me fair lady ba kwa no on say my account no. On show my account no man. No catch him say techi wo ba say no me catch ba ma bufu. Ma bufu so bufu o me facility ntem ama.
Oh,
say am say okay. Bank no abuso kan ho ba me body. Ampa ACA me bufu ye. O man 4 days no.
2 days.
Now I'm say okay. I'm 4 days. 4 days. I'm come 4 days with me quiet no. And I'm catch there. Madam Bago say me nya we. Me time so say can me free her. Na me free her on the 4th of last month or so. On the 4th me free her. Me time so until the my see this no. Ya bochi for na we ho na. Me call na e this in there. Me say sign ye. Me sign me quiet until me dey call me buy no. Me quiet dey na me ko ina this sika na dey. E dey man no. Until say nanka minia da fo akobema me sasi di se me consent to da me fa che me kwa enke be na me trip ke be na my day e be na asa ko delay me so ta say ni awuna ka no oka asema e ya ban say all this one but from aduma no
no but it's the same thing uko hono ma the now the banks no kura no omu chire omu pa
okay what's the cost to continue because I want to
kanino na omu na e wo ho a omu di ma abochifo a oni omu ye business but see anu kura no the bank will tell you say once the dollar is there and then they are not able to spend, it goes back to the treasury and it takes time for them to get it back from the treasury.
What's the bank said dollar?
What they say? Yes.
You share Bank of Ghana last week, no? On the quite admit say they say no make sure say dollar be accessible to everybody. Someone admit yes. They can say we are right.
Me see there is so much reserves to the tune of $600 million. What they say at the whole, but they are controlling the system, which is helping us.
Sometimes we are creating inflation.
Yes, So they are regulating it. And I can say one of the policies that helps in the growth of GDP growth, yes. Any government policies. Now, as we speak today, when him say somewhere last month, the World Bank Group can say the entire world, the globe growth rates ever reduce it to 2.3%. The entire, just because of the tensions are a war among just the trade tensions. Today, as we speak, we are able as a country grow the economy or maintain the economy at the rate of 5.3%. As we speak today.
4.4.
No, it's 5. In July, it's
July
5%.
number, okay. I don't know about that one.
What did I say? So if you look at the ways this government is doing, everybody.
What's the number July?
Because them can say 4.4.
Inflation.
Yes, not inflation. We're talking of the growth rate as we speak. It's 5.3.
Okay, right.
What did I say? But what at all as a country that we are looking for? We are looking for a sustainable economy. And what will guarantee that sustainable economy? The measures or the policies that would enhance, one, inflation, bringing down inflation. Two, making sure, say, we create employment. And then making sure that whatever the demands that we need in the area of electricity, in the area of water, Sana Nami Bra, about the policies the agri ministry is putting in place. In all of this, at the end of the day, our per capita is going to go up. In the past, more than 3,000 Ghana cedis under NPP. Individually, our per capita is appreciating. We are moving from negative, coming downwards to positive. So, we need to appreciate the fact that whatever is happening, it's in the good interest of the citizen. Sir, your friend saying, finance minister tomorrow, the mid-year budget review. What do we expect? We are going to listen to whatever policies they're in. What can I say? In the past, we never thought that we would have certain taxes like friends saying e-levy and the rest, emission taxes and the rest repealed or taken off. In the past, we pump filling station now we share a kind of saying yes, we share the rates. So at least you are rest assured that we are moving around 10, 11. Now I got 13, 14, 16. Just like the dollar chasing each other. But today, who sorry now we call filling station who call 100 Ghana cedis Sebi. Can you know 100 Ghana cedis? Then 1 gallon. So 100 Ghana cedis, you are getting more than 1 gallon. And you can get more and more if we are able as a country, if we are able as Ghanaians, put in certain support, absorb the heat for some few minutes, at least a idea. But we share the area of Galamsey. The Galamsey fight a slippery. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
I'll give you time. I'll come back. First round, you'll be up and okay. Let me go back to Sami and let me share the time well for you. We have 18 minutes to leave. So let's do 5-5.
Oh, Debbie.
But we're in the first round. That's the first round.
And the second round,
Also, Shasiana.
Oh, Mammy,
to the first, second round.
Galamsey fight a slippery thing.
I have time.
Dear Ghana Nibia. Ekuntia about Galamsey. Nemo member no namitie me bra Kabore talking about initiatives the lands ministry ebe enroli adia sronku adia ema oman bia. But the problem with Ghana and our policy implementation the political will. It's a political will. Could you imagine, sir, even in this country?
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm distracting your thought, your line of thought. But let me settle this. Osinana, you can't go to the bank and get foreign currency instantly here in the UK.
Yes.
When you request foreign currency to travel, either from the bank or post office, you'll be given a date ranging from 3 to 10 days for it. So this is with the UK.
Yes, even in the US, like Senator Mekam,
that is
it is there. But the political will to deal with galamsey in this country is the issue.
Okay.
In our law books, 1992 Constitution, policies, any law you can think about in this world, in 1992 Constitution. But the laws that we operate in this country are 4 laws, only 4. One, when we are to vote. 2, when we swear in our president. That one, this will but niakaka about how you get bail, issues of human rights, it doesn't work in this country. So we are running only 4 laws in this country, which will never miss. We will never fail. And like I said,
your opinion.
No, but it does happen. Yeah. Have you ever postponed swearing in before of a president? Have you ever postponed our election before? Even in 2020, and we wanted it. So in Ghana, political will is the issue of galamsey. When you have policies that affect the people positively, we will all support. And the policies that affect negatively, we would not, as citizens, as abide by it. I have been to Australia, and I have been to mining communities, and I can tell you certain mining communities in Australia is like Islegon, and then a friend say Trasako, a mining community. So what is the motivation for you Trasako to go in to do galamsey? There's no motivation. That's one. You will see high modern classrooms you're teaching ICT on how to develop technology to do mining in Australia. Is there? You're paying for technological know-how to come. What's it?
As you be UMAT.
But
University of Mines and Technology.
If you have it.
Oh, we have some. They are doing.
I'm saying that where is it situated? It's in Kumasi. It's in Takwa. Yes. And I'm saying that those who are affected in the mining communities, areas like your friend saying Dunkwa Ofen. You go to Dunkwa Ofen, where baby I'm meaning. There's nothing motivating to motivate any youngster around. Say, oh sorry, mami koho ekobo football. Mami koho eko suya ICT technology ebe boa me dachi. There's nothing education. Sorry, unko efum ana unko galamsey pit. There's nothing like that.
So now condemn it. If we are not having University of Mines and Technology, it's different. And it's another thing. So we be in school nibi. And I'm not sure it's a school now who assuming a free school will be sorry, I know about technology.
Medical no me catch will say you were lost in this country. Maybe I remember
a new policy. Also you're going to administer attaches from UMAT.
Hanabisu ne friends saying
Mineral Development Fund.
Sir, development fund na ebano. What do we use those funds for?
So the repair worn out issues I work community.
Very good. So
other projects.
You know, typically those are omuye galamsey. Omusori anopa to the age under age like 10 years, 15 years. Omunyina eye galamsey. If underage at that tender age of 10 years, what you say class sign or so oko? Oh. At that tender age, you should be around class 6 going to for JSS 1. And you are the mining pits.
It should be inculcated in the education
That's
stream.
what I'm saying. That when you are doing it or in the area where the mining
it should be a subject
and galamsey and your subject per se, the facilities should be extended to those communities are omuye mining so that usoria ukajam say uba mami like no canon say there will be certain incentives for omuye mining meaning I know there's nothing incentive that can sway my intention to do galamsey at this age. Me too. We catch them say beji loan of 20,000. Abraham here loan of 1 million, 3 million to go and do my business. For which reason? Me jai me galamsey pits and come so that you give me the sustainability of whatever we are doing today is paramount as a country because. We got that under ages, they say 15 years child. So on beji loan of 1,000 Ghana cedi, 2,000 Ghana cedi to go and do what with it. As a matter of fact, until me you see 15,000 no. At the end of the day, no obedi sekano. Ade chia, obe furu kroma, esa chuaso, eko krofufro, eti galamsey pits. And how can you sustain that?
I agree with you on one breath, but on the other leg,
which is
we can't also say because armed robbery lucrative. Na igunwa emeburu nye juma nyentino.
Oh, you see,
we should armed robbery, a profession.
It's a profession.
Very good.
So I'm coming.
We are saying, sir, to avoid and to be able to sustain these fights. Okay, we need to identify the root cause of it. Yeah, identify the antenna. Mamono omun pese.
You need the root cause. What's the root cause?
Unemployment is an issue.
Root cause.
Two, the root cause on here.
Unemployment is one.
That's what I'm saying, sir. But also no. Niana make cover about the laws. And Niana make about whatever happens, and we go there to learn. No, idea we should inculcate in Ghana. Uko your friend saying, Dunkwa often. Where I have been, okay, you would see a young person, the motivator, okay, okra Toyota Tundra, obia okra Prado, obia okra Toyota Corolla, or no, say sorry school at the end of the day, no, wapono who or wako university level or bafie or nijumaye near ewo me galamsey or shon nyankwa on one secondary school, but at the end of the day, no, was sketching. No, who can say who command 1,000 Ghana and 2,000 Ghana? Over Galamsey piece, no. Okay, but so we need to identify the root cause.
On media budget review, you see, NDC since day one has proven beyond every reasonable doubt to say. If there's any political party in Ghana that has Ghana at heart, or yet development oriented, or yet sensitive to the plight of Ghanaians, NDC. But the more NDC justified, the more people raises doubt. Kufuor ebe take over from Rawlings. 8 years. The first 4 years, Ghana ko hepek. Emma ye ka ye die. Ye chese ye pepa kano. Kufuor second term. Osisa Ghana ye sidi no. Ye ko twa sika foforo. Kache so the value is the same. Because Kufuor was trying to manage the economy artificially. Or mismanage the economy no na jinsemwa. Now I said na meye. E kwa obefa to say ada se me kwa akosere. Ni e de me ka teme. Ana say me twa sika foforo. With all this Hepik ye de ka che yen ye kotwa sika foforo enu krowantimi emu ho akonta enu nkro no ba no. Kufuor left economy Emma Professor Mercer na inflation abroad single digit. You could have double digit inflation. Less than 1 year, I could for child new Ghana city. I will try to do for crown na 1 cedi ne mudu sini American dollar. Within 1 year, your city need depreciate by 20%. Enti Kufuor fra bamu NPP from 2018 no na ye cedi no HD to American dollar 1 cedi 20 pesos to $1. Professor Mills ni nyina o create sa mess ni fi honum no. Ano de single span pay policies pay policy sa be share Professor Mills kon ade be chairman kofo hand you over and will give you assent to single span pay policy no the be share Professor Mills kon government awoko one create any economic buffers while leave cafes no nyina empty what's a broker edi egu ho oko no sa to adwumafo aketuamti police ni ane bi aketua ye 2500 e shuti the call 2000 ne bisika 250 Ghana at that time e shuti the call 2000 1500 ne 1002 ni nyina Professor Mills wampaba Professor Mills ba wan suspended pay policy ne mo wosre adwumafo ne se mo ma me break kakra metua de amamo mo ma me bre mo arrears wo mu nyina no metua indeed Professor Mills paid all with all these echoes one now Professor Mills eliminated schools under trees, thousands of them, stabilizing the economy, managing the economy number as of 2010 Professor Mills babam 2009 the second year 2010 Ghana economy was rated as the most fastest growing economy in the world. It achieved single digit inflation for the longest period under this Ghana's economy. Professor Mills and maintaining ye city no and manage now stabilizing no yet NPP were going around telling people say Omuni knew how to manage the economy better than NDC. And some gullible Ghanaians, if you say Ghana, you will be a school, I was a doctorate to a economy, be any man, they buy into it and they believe. Say, yes, indeed, NPP has the men to manage the economy better than the NDC can do. Kufua Elivi Abemuno, Oja double digit inflation. John Dramani Mahama Beso Abenumu. 2014-2015, gold prices dropping, oil dropping, cocoa dropping. Your sub-region, West Africa, Ebola hit. Now, for business, I do and term crown and movement are restricted. Economic crisis. Ye cause senchi. Eno kura mahamba efi abamu anasabre wo and IMF and amanya oja inflation 15.4. Ene de ma Akufuado bebe so mu a yesi NPP for na abi omunim economy no. Inflation timi koya ko do 54%. From 15.4 to 54%. NPP efi abamu kura no. Ano mo si afedi o ma si akwantimpo mu eye no na inflation nam 25%. 23-25% no di free abamu ekoye.
23.5.
Yes. They mismanage the economy from every facet of the economy. Omo mismanage everything. Yet yenya sebi osaka labula economists ayewo ebi wo legon. Omo from professors of economy. Say omo na omo think tank. And they were still telling Ghana for say NPP managed the economy better than what NDC did. And it's Dr. Bawumia Babejina wa no abeka cho say yes. The city is depreciated, but if you look at the state at where the city now depreciated under NPP no a better than how a depreciated under NDC. And we got gullible Ghanaians, people on my classroom they didn't learn anything common sense. They could go redeem for theory, calling themselves professors, and they were buying into it. Katse say using a year 4 Ghana cedi 20 pesos to get $1 no was much expensive than buying $1 at 16 Ghana cedis, and they bought into it. Woke up filling station Akoto petrol a liter as at 2016 3 Ghana cedi 20 pesos no was much expensive than using 18 Ghana cedis 16 Ghana cedis to buy a liter of petrol, and people bought into it. Now, and this is abaye because of that doubt. Now, NPP created that can say misinformation, disinformation. After Ghana when this government started putting things in place and then moving the right, we still got these people, gullible people calling themselves professors, says, "Oh, artificial and yet sustainable. It won't last." Enko siaga dollar echo for almost artificial. petrol bo conforms artificial Ghana economy peja amuso artificial enne 6 months in under NDC government nana oda so te sankrofo no a sa Thomas Sina no omu raise sa concern. Do you hear them talking again?
No.
Less than 6 months under this government and state agencies are now running at a loss. They are making profits and CD atimia stabilize it, petrol bo atimia stabilize it. Amen yi 500 Ghana cedis mi top petrol go mi Toyota Cola mo mi timi fele tank.
How is this your speech connecting tomorrow?
And I make sure Ghana for say when Ukraine ye first half.
Oh, okay. When Ukraine ye first half.
When Ukraine ye first half. Na media budget review na eba no. Afe kura na ba no kura sa be adjusting nyama bi kura be sa kokoko fom. They said their port duties are not making on chrono bay. Matisse last 2 weeks over here President Mahama